right, we made it. I wasn't sure about that one, but we get a full house, a toy kind of mood, episode 94. It is the PulseCon aftermath, the recap, the wrap up, the review, whatever you want to call it. It is Marvel versus G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe versus Marvel. Imagine that as an arcade game, how sick that would be. I don't know if G.I. Joe would stand much of a chance against the Marvelites and the mutants, but we're going to give it a go here at the Hasbro Pulse post show with the toy kind of mood. I got a whole batch of amazing fellas repping both Marvel and G.I. Joe. I'm Travis Moody, of course. And my co-host, Bobby, what is good, my man? Thank you for joining last second.
Yes, I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right. You know,
both our teams lost. Both our teams lost today, man.
That doesn't make me feel better. I want at least one of us to win. You know, I mean, but Texans and Patriots, we're gonna have a long season ahead.
Very long.
Speaking of long seasons, Detroit's own Lion himself, Dreadnought Ryan, my man, my rock, my angel. What's up?
I do not know what a winning football season is in my state, so you know it's all about waiting for that draft. You know, that's our Super Bowl party for us Detroit Lion fans. You know, where we can blow that first round draft pick on a player who will not pan out. But besides all that, I'm doing good because we're talking toys.
We're talking toys. And of course, the other co-host of A Toy Kind of Mood, you might know him as Black Genghis. He's also KJ, Kevin Johnson, my man. Another last minute addition to the show. Thanks so much. How you doing?
What up? What up? Here I'm here repping Marvel. You got G.I. Joe covered, so I'm here devil's advocate, baby. Robert De Niro, baby. No, Al Pacino. Al Pacino was devil's advocate. Yeah.
All right. We got a 3-on-2 situation. So we'll see how it works. The top two corners got some Joe Schmo shills. And the rest we got Marvel lights and the beers.
PacPhotos on your left, baby. On your
left.
That's
right. Our guest of the honor is PacPhotos, one of the best Marvel toy reviewers in the game. Marvel Legends toy reviewers. PacPhotos, what is good, my man? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. No, I don't know if I'm the best, but it's good to be.
I got you in that company.
Thanks. It's an honor to be here, y'all. And congrats, by the way, on 1,000 subs. I saw y'all hit that. Congrats. That's awesome to see.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler.
Yeah. Y'all were talking about like long seasons. I'm a DC native, so like Commanders, like dude, we don't know anything about winning seasons either. We just know like old quarterbacks that come here to like retire. Yeah, we don't know anything about that. But it's good to be here. I'm happy
the closest we were ever to a Super Bowl. Those darn Washington, the old name took us out. So it's all right though. I'm not bitter about it, not at all.
Hey, I gotta give a shout out real quick to my homie Brian Dillingham. What's up, man? Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you. All right,
that's what's up. Sorry, I didn't even get to put our slides in yet, so it's gonna be a little of a catastrophe starting off. But
well, are we doing shout outs? I'm gonna give a shout out to Tony Romo real quick. Payne's Toy Samples. Shout out to that dude. I'm gonna give a shout out to Slaughterhouse.
Yes,
always doing the big toy connections. The homies, thank you all for joining us in the stream. Thank you for getting us to 1,000. I hope y'all had a great weekend. My wallet has been obliterated. Like the end of Fury Road where all those vehicles pile up at the end and they just blow up. That's my wallet, basically. It's obliterated.
You're not alone in that. How many? Did you guys spend a lot of money at PulseCon? Pac, you're our guest. What did you spend at? Did you spend $1K to celebrate 1K? What'd you do this weekend?
I didn't spend $1K just yet. I budgeted out because I'm trying to go to New York Comic Con next week. I think. Yeah.
Oh man, we could have met. But I decided to come back to LA. I was this close to going to New York. Some things fell through, and damn, man, this close.
But damn. I did do some pre-orders, but like. I think to myself now is like the middleman for my paycheck. So it's like I get my paycheck and then it goes to whatever else I order and stuff like that. So yeah, my wallet hurts too, KJ. I'm with you there, man.
That's right. What about you, Bobby? What'd you spend?
I actually kept it very decent. Decent.
Me too.
I knew, all right, I want to keep it modest. What I want, what I need, and what can I get to because I'm not a Pulse member. So that was a big hit. That was a big hit.
We're gonna talk a lot about the the Pulse members versus the non-Pulse members. It brought a lot of fun and a lot of sorrow to the weekend. Ryan, how's your bank looking after this weekend, guy?
This is being recorded, so I will not admit to spending any money at all. But I will say that I got everything that I wanted ordered. So
Wink, wink. Exactly.
That was good.
Actually, yeah. Can I have my statement redacted? I didn't spend anything at all.
They can attest to it. I was in the chat being like, man, I'm not getting any Star Wars figs. I got Star Wars figs. I'm not getting any Transformers. I got the Transformers. I was like, nah, I'm gonna skip those. I'm gonna skip all those. I was like, I got all of those. So
you're the boy who cried wolf. We already know you've retired 70 more than Ric Flair and Jay-Z.
I am unretired. I renounced my retirement.
The best thing is you can go, in a week or two, you can go, wait, I really don't need this, so I'm going to cancel this order.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm just
all right. We're doing shout outs. I want to shout out Chris Diagnostic 80. I just hung out with him for the first time. The Full Force. Shout out to the Full Force. If you're a G.I. Joe fan, you're not watching the Full Force, what's wrong with you? Go subscribe to the channel right now. The dude is amazing. It was fun. And we hung out with a couple guys from Hasbro. You might not have known them. Lenny Panzica, Tony, and Chris. It was a lot of fun. We had another Chris representing the Disney and the kind of the 20th Century Fox line. We had a blast. And Tony's a wrestling fan, so I hit it off with my man Tony. You might have seen him on the PulseCon channel. He's one of the lead designers. And yeah, it was awesome. Shout out to Corey, of course, Corey Cantalupe and Emily Bader as well. Great team. And that's why we're here. We're talking a lot of Hasbro, especially Joe. But let's get into the Marvel first, because they were day one, right? So let's do it. We're going to get into best reveals. So it's Marvel versus G.I. Joe. I want to know everyone's favorite. We're all Marvel fans too, and Joe, right? Pac, you fuck with Joe's?
Not many, honestly.
That's okay. You're here for Marvel. That's, it makes the stream go faster. If you're like, nope, all right, move on.
I did see Crocmaster, and I was so close to buying him at Walmart. I can't fall in this line, man.
That's how I feel about everything I don't collect. Like, what was it? The Headless Horseman, KJ? I was like,
man, from Mythic Legions. That was hard. That hurt. I won it. I almost pushed that button. Almost did it.
Dude, my wife bought that. I showed it to her, and she's like, I'm buying this. I'm like, oh,
nice. Yeah, cool ass wife, man.
I will say this. It almost made me go stream Sleepy Hollow. Like, it brought back those vibes, those Hammer horror vibes, man.
Yeah.
This is good. Who's all right? Oh, okay. Just sharing the chat with everybody. Hey, PacPhotos, Crocmaster. All right, well, that's good that we don't have to have another person talk Joe's, because we got a lot of Joe fans. But Marvel first, right? Here we go. Boom! This was right. This caught my eye. Warrior Gamora. We got Guardians 3, Volume 3 coming up pretty soon, and this is a beautiful figure. Since you're our guest, Pac, what did this hit you as much as it hit me?
It did. I collect Marvel Legends mainly. I try to complete the MCU line, so I count What If as MCU. So this really hit me also because there was a deleted scene. I'm trying to remember. Is it Infinity War where like Gamora was wearing the armor? It's like a deleted scene, so I was like, oh, that could substitute as that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice find right there. You got the Easter eggs and the deleted scenes and everything. Bobby, Gamora, what's your opinion on this? I know you're a big Marvel dude.
I am, and I love the What If series. This is actually going to be in season 2. It was supposed to be in season 1. It's where if Tony Stark went to Sakaar. It's awesome, but I'm kind of I like it. I'll wait to see it in hand. That's what I'll say.
You say that about 75% of things, and that's why we love you. You're like, you're a real dude. You're like, I'm buying no pre-order bullshit. Let me see that shit like traditional. I want to go to Toys R Us and grab that.
But you know what? I can't say that anymore though, because now with plastic-less packaging, I can't see it in hand. So if I had it, and that's the one thing where I don't like plastic packaging. But I do think this looks fantastic, and I don't have a Gamora, so just saying it might end up in the collection.
Yep, I don't have one either. I think it's a gorgeous sculpt, so shout out to Marvel Legends for this one. KJ, Gamora.
I'm getting everything What If, so that includes this. I already have the Funko Pop. Bring on the Legends. That's all I got to say.
You got it. Dreadnought.
This is a great figure. I collected MCU for a long time before Classified came out, and I had to give up one for the other. But if I was still collecting MCU, I would definitely have this figure.
All right. Hey, I got a shout out right here.
Head sculpts for Gamora that we've seen. So
that's what's up. Hey, congratulations and thank you from What's on Joe Mind. I thought, hey, if you want some great Joe coverage, this was their best show in a long time. Not to say the other shows were, but last show, Mike, and Rob brought it. I loved their Joe coverage last night. It was awesome. So great job, and thank you so much for watching with us. What's on Joe Mind? Appreciate that. We got some other fellas in the chat, some other peeps. Gaz was good. What's going on? And Leanne back again from overseas. International love from Leanne. What's going on? I love it. David Allen always repping. I get only comics accurate done with movie stuff. All right.
There.
That's what's up. All right. Moving on next. This is why we do this. Joe time. So we had Gamora. Gamora was my best reveal. And we'll do mine and then we'll do yours. I didn't get a list from you guys because it's like last minute and shit. Gamora was no one's favorite other than mine, right? Was as far as reveals and Marvels, if you can remember. All right, cool. That was mine. But we'll start with G.I. Joe in the competition. Were any of these your favorite reveals? Now, these were the name-only reveals. These are obviously not classified figures. Anybody want to stand up and say, that was my favorite?
Buzzer. I'm here for all the Dreadnoks. I think Ryan can attest to that, too. I'm still going to get that Mucha Garcia's kit and make my own. So, like, have a sleeveless Duke, give him a chainsaw, and that's as close as I can get. But yeah, I'm here for Buzzer. I want my Dreadnoks, and I want them now. I still want the 3-pack. I still want it.
Yeah. I mean, Dreadnought, Ryan, do you think Dreadnought himself, of course, the enemy, do you think we're going to get a 3, kind of with the scattered pipeline that we're getting, do you think it's still possible that we could get a 3-pack? And sorry, I didn't find that out from Lenny today. I wasn't trying to dig into too much information. I knew some stuff, but nothing I could say.
We didn't get the 2-pack for the twins, so I don't think we'll get the 3-pack for the Dreadnoks. And I'm okay with that because with how well the art's been lately for these, I really want to see what the art's going to look like for these Dreadnoks.
It's going to be crazy.
So they just need to put, we've got Ripper, we've got Buzzer, now we need Torch, Monkey Wrench, Road Pig, Zanzibar,
Nagahide.
Go on and on and on and on. Just keep giving us Dreadnoughts. And I want a Thunder Machine too.
That's the next HasLab. That's the next HasLab right there.
Yeah, and our predictions, we got that from you. We shouted you out that that would be maybe the next HasLab possibly. But of course, we'll probably go to Joe. They like the flip-flop, right? So we're gonna see Cobra, Joe, Cobra. So maybe somewhere down the line. But it could be
not really Cobra. They are the enemy, but they are the Nox. So
well, actually, we came to a conclusion that would be the retro HasLab would be the Thunder Machine, right? So that's okay.
If you're doing retro, it'd probably be like a whale or one of the 3 3/4 inch bigger grails that you can't get a hold of anymore.
I mean, that Sky Striker was so nice that I'll roll with a 118 HasLab at this point. Like after the Roboskull is what got me into 3 3/4. So at this point, let's roll.
That's right. All right, cool. So we're good in here. Just some clarification. I think Buzzer was my first. I don't know why. He was my first figure, I think, as a kid. It just maybe the timing of it. He is cool, right? He's super underrated. And as far as what I want to see from Classified, my top of the list has been Snow Serpent for a long time. It's just a sweet look. I mean, Pac, you got to admit, as a Marvel guy, that's right up your alley as a Snow Serpent, right?
Yeah. I didn't get a chance, but I wanted to see if like Serpentor was like available still, but that thing sold out fast. Just aesthetics alone. That's why I like that.
Well, there's going to be more. That I can tell you. I think Hasbro won't be mad at me about saying that because we've seen more Mindbenders, we've seen more Zartans, other quick restocks. So, are you a premium member?
I am not.
You got to get. I know it's $50, but if you look at how much the value is, right?
Yeah.
So a Serpentor is $80. We'll get into Serpentor in a bit. But it's $80. But then on the second market, it's be $180. But a fifth for the whole year, you get Pulse Premium for $50.
Okay.
So I don't know, man.
Is everyone here a premium member?
No.
I am.
I am.
But I'm a Joe fan, so we get probably let's say a third of the quantity that you get as a Marvel fan.
Mhm.
So like you can order stuff where with us it's gone in like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. All right, let's get to Marvel now. So we got Gamora as a top pick, and then Snow Serpent. Was that anybody's favorite announcement? Dreadnought?
No, it's going to be the Dreadnoughts for me. Snow Serpent's cool. I think we'll see more snow characters come down the pipe. Okay. So let's see what comes next.
So Buzzer wins that round. So we got 1-0 Joe. All right, Marvel time. Here we go. Here's some new reveals. The classic orb and Moonstone. Pac, get right into it, my man.
Honestly, I was like, oh, sweet, an orb, and then I saw it was on the Bucky Cap mold, and I was kind of like, oh, no. I was joking because I was on another show last night joking with someone that could be a cool Evil Knievel kit bash just by the outfit alone. But I like how in the live stream they said they used the photo real tech on just like the one eye. I thought that was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming. Go ahead. Sorry.
It might be a cop. Like if it's on sale at some point, I might pick it up just for the obscurity.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. Like you're in Target and it's 20% off, 25% off. Both of these figures I think they're great, but I just don't. I don't know. Does anybody really want a Moonstone or an orb? Speak now.
I will get Moonstone on clearance just because I know that first one was like hard to get because I was like
Bobby
early days.
Yeah, look, I'll say Moonstone. No, it's cool if you want to do the Thunderbolts. That's great. Mm-hmm. Orb, I'll probably wait. It's a peg warmer. However, it is great. I do want to get him for like Original Sin. That's where like Thor becomes unworthy. And that's where Orb kind of goes from like a D list to an A list and steals the Watcher's eye. So I think that could be really cool with Kit Bash later on.
Cool. I think Thunderbolts, when they had Moonstone at the helm, I thought that was an awesome comic because that was when they did like Dark Avengers and stuff, right? Yep. Almost like tied into there with Norman Osborn. So that was like the height of my comic reading as an adult. I really loved that period. It was more like college age. So I was like really into going to comic book stores on Tuesdays, and Thunderbolts was a favorite, right? I mean, right alongside. So it's like if we got this figure when we were, I don't know, 20 years old, we would be really excited. But now as a 40-something-year-old and not in college, it's like, it's cool. But yeah, it's kind of the timing's a little bit off on that. Do we have any last thoughts on these two before we move on to Joe again? All right, cool. Let's move back to Joe. So there's no votes on these. They're nice, but they're clearance weights. All right, name only reveals. Now these were more. This was during the pre-show of Hasbro Pulse. We got caught by surprise. We got like a Joe announcement. They didn't announce anything for Star Wars. Sorry, PacPhotos. They didn't announce anything for Marvel. They announced them for G.I. Joe, their own brand, and the emerging brand. So Hawk, obviously, those are two customs. Shout out to K-Wish. He gave me a great Christmas gift with Hawk and Tripwire. I don't know who thought of that. Marauder Rubin, right? I think he's in the chat. I think that was his idea.
Yeah. He had taken. Yeah, he taken like if you take the Velaverse bomb vest, it's like a good translation of the original Tripwire vest from the ARAH line. So you can use that, combine that with the Gridiron kit. You got your Tripwire.
It looks like we have some votes for Hawk. Best reveal. That doesn't surprise me, right? General Hawk, just super popular.
Yeah,
but they didn't say General Hawk. They just said Hawk.
Hold on a second. I think I have a quick Hawk kit bash. Hold on, let me see if I can.
All right, here we go.
Does that mean it's the OG 13 Hawk, or do we get the General Hawk? I think.
I like that. I like that. Do we have to focus on? Here
Check
we go.
Out here. So basically, I took Punisher, and I took. I mean, I still need to paint the helmet, but I took like the Captain America First Avengers helmet and just put that on there. And basically, you more or less you have your General Hawk. And I think you're going to get the version 2 Hawk. You're not going to get the version 1 plain green shirt Hawk. You're going to get this guy, basically. I just need a little bit of paint and some milliput fur color, and then I have my General Hawk. But I'll still take the classified Hawk anyway.
That's what's up. Oh wait, what happened? Oh, here we go.
Well, what'd you do?
I don't know. I've been drinking today. It's
Sound
okay.
like
Hey, but Matt Matson, shout out to you. Hey, thanks for watching the show. I always see you watching What's on Joe Mind in full force. So, I'm honored to have you on. And yeah, you did the Tripwire custom before everyone, I guess. So that's cool. I didn't realize that. Maybe you could show it to me on Facebook or something. But yeah, shout out to you. There's a lot of chat. There's a lot of comments about Hawk. He is popular. Oh, there you go. Shout out to Zazel.
No, Hawk is cool, man.
And then what do we got? My money is on General Hawk. All right. It seems like he's going to win this round, but we're not done with reveals yet. But General, did anyone pick? So we have Buzzer. Buzzer was Ryan and KJ. You know what? I feel bad. I'll go with Gamora. Even though we're the Joe shirt. We're not done yet with Marvel, though, right? So let's go to Marvel. Cool. Was anybody, Bobby, what was your thinking about Homeboy, the Molecule Man from Secret Wars?
When they said Secret Wars, I was like, oh, we're going to get a Beyonder. That'd be cool. And then they dropped this. I'm like, stuff. What? No one.
Molecule Man. He's as small as a molecule man.
No one's asking for Molecule Man. Like, look, Hasbro, I love the deep cuts. I think that's hilarious. I think it's great. But Beyond would have had people going, oh, that's dope. Molecule Man, a bad Studio 54 reject. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would have said Beyonder also too, man. When I saw this, I was like, "What's Cody Rhodes doing on Marvel?"
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He does.
I was gonna say, dude from Terminator 2, Robert.
Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick, bro. The one on the left, especially, like a younger version of him, man.
Have you seen this child?
All right, I'll be right back. I actually got some figs in. I'm going to surprise y'all, okay?
No.
All right. Is it you got a Molecule Man for everybody? Why don't we get the exclusive review? What the hell is going on? All right, so we're gonna say PacPhotos correct. Like nobody picked this.
No, I mean good reuse of that book.
Marvel's struggling right now, and they're especially gonna struggle against this. I mean, all right. I don't know. I mean, I love the Gamora, right? But now I'm like, that was the. I don't know, man. Shipwreck, this is damn perfect. Dreadnought, hit me up.
Yeah, so Lenny and crew just keep killing it with every one of these releases. I love that you have the Shipwreck tender version so he can put his hair on and get on his little phone and try to pick up Covergirl. And then he can get down to business and put his little sailor hat on too. The detail on the jeans where they kind of got it like washed out on the thighs, I think is just amazing.
Perfect.
Shipwreck is just one of those characters, either you really, really like him or you don't. I really like this figure and I love this character. So,
yeah.
I mean, he's got chest hair. That's just awesome.
Yeah, for sure. How are we feeling about Shipwreck, KJ?
One of my favorite characters from the Sunbow series. I'm probably still going to pull off my Shipwreck custom. Shout out to Tony's Figs. He has the perfect Shipwreck. I like his more than this, but I'm still going to get this. So it's still going to be a lot of fun.
All right. So you said you went to get some toys. Is this
happening? Oh, yeah. We're going to do an unboxing. We're going to do an unboxing. What do you think's in this? What do you think's in this box?
It better be Molecule Man because you're interrupting our stream right now.
Okay. Anyway, no, I'll be quick.
Live unboxing, guys. All right. It's Sunday
live unboxing. This is from Hasbro. And
if you got Tiger Force, I'm going to cry.
Blue Marvel.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's going to start. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to open this up on Instagram. I'm going to build controller on Instagram Saturday. Yeah. So be on the lookout for that.
I love it. All right.
Was that the last figure you needed to complete controller?
No, I have a lot of them. I probably still need Speedball just for my new Warriors. Shout out to my Night Thrasher. I got him. So I need Speedball to go with my Night Thrasher. So nice. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, I was just messing with US Agent before the show. Like,
oh, look at this. Hey, you know what? I didn't really have because we're talking about PulseCon. I have a plunder, but just if you got stuff in hand, you want to show it. I love what KJ and Pac are doing. So this is going to be one of the most spontaneous streams we've ever had. So
yeah,
This was the thing you guys use for the thing I have for my new logo is my decked out Spawn.
Here we go.
John Cena now.
Yeah.
It's so dope. Yeah, we're okay. We're gonna have fun, guys. We're gonna relax for a bit. So show off toys, and I don't care. We can throw McFarlane shit in here. I don't give a shit.
Sweet.
All right, cool. But now Shipwreck is a home run. Bobby, you saw the reveals, the digital reveals. Was this your favorite of the 5? Of the 5 Joe digital
I think
reveals?
it was. Yeah.
Was this your favorite? I mean, because it kind of looks like you. So I was like, it's gotta be that's Bobby right there with some nice blue pants.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
The beard.
Yeah, no, even at when we were at the panel at San Diego, like when they showed this, and then on this weekend, I was like, this is the one I've got to get. And I agree with everything Ryan said. This is probably my favorite reveal of G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the paint job was amazing. The poly, the guns, I mean, everything. Like even the flared jeans, like the boot cut jeans. Like, they went like detailed with this.
Do you think those boot cut jeans are from Zara, or do you think those are really Navy pants that just got fucked up on the cruise ship? I mean, what happened? Like,
no, my dude, he's got a Navy pension, so he went to like Target. Those are like Target Wranglers. Those are Wrangler jeans.
Those are Wranglers. And look, if he wearing work boots, those are boot cut jeans. Yes, those are Wranglers from Target. Yeah.
Yo, we all got. I just realized that we all got beards. beard. But that was almost like the picture before. But we had one guy, Chris. He was a clean cut. All right, Marvel turn. We love Shipwreck. So basically, man, I'm sorry, Marvel, but right now, get your ass kicked by Buzzer and Shipwreck right now. But let's see if we can. Don't call it a comeback because it was.
Here we go.
Who were like, remember those leaked? No, we're gonna see Uncanny 275, and what do you know? We saw Uncanny 275 and in all its glory. Of course, we're talking about Wolverine. I mean, this was a lot of our first Wolverines as a kid. Was there any of yours first Wolverine? Yeah, Bobby, go ahead. Talk about Logan.
This is my first action figure ever. Was this Wolverine? I got it for Christmas, and this is before I knew that the X-Men had this uniform. I was like, oh, I thought the blue and gold, but this is cool. And it had like the claws, like the spring-loaded claws and everything. This for me, hands down, one Marvel. Look, I need another Wolverine. I need another hole in the head. But screw it, like this Wolverine is perfect. That Banshee and Storm were effing beautiful. That like the Storm with the short hair looked great. The Banshee with the blue and gold looked absolutely like look at that. Like, granted, it's not the blue and it's not the green and yellow we know from Banshee, but this is the Banshee that we a lot of us did.
It's amazing. It's so good.
Beautiful. Like the sculpt on the head, like the scream, like everything just is absolutely effing. Like, look at the Storm. Look at the powers on Storm. Like, god damn, these are pretty. They're just nice. So yeah, this for me is like my Shipwreck for G.I. Joe. Like, these are just.
Hey, you know what? I think Marvel's winning right now with that X-Men. So this is what I love, Marvel versus G.I. Joe. Joe was up 2-0. Forget the Gamora. No one had my back on that, but we have 3-2 right now. This Uncanny 275 Jim Lee, this is everything. I mean, I'm sorry. I love G.I. Joe, but comics start first, right? I mean, this is the thing. Ryan, you want to got any input?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, KJ. No, KJ, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's like, you put those teams together, there's power behind that. Like, when I started collecting Marvel Legends to get the arcade lineup from the X-Men arcade. Shout out to Prime Arcade. I got that 6-player 112 scale, and then I got the figs to go along with it. Perfect. I think that's like my first Instagram post on Black Genghis, for crying out loud. So with these, only got 2 words, and that's blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow.
Little Wiz Khalif. Ryan, I'll let you have the last say before Pac, and then we'll move on to Joe. But go ahead. You got any input on Uncannies?
I just think they hit a home run with these figures. It's that Vulcan body, so it's new. It's got the butterflies. I think it's nice that it's not on the Bucky Cat body again.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they're going to be able to use more of that Buck for upcoming figures. Head sculpt looks amazing on Banshee.
Yeah,
I mean, it just absolutely beautiful. And then of course Storm, the lightning effects, the head sculpt, it's a home run. Plus, if I'm correct, you can use these bodies for other figures in this series as well. So you should see that team keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly. Go ahead, my man, Phil.
All right, I'm hyped for this. So I have a few props for this. So
oh yeah, let's get you.
When I picked up Siren from the Bone Breaker wave, I was like, my friend was at Ohio, so she stopped by Toy Department to pick me up. I know this is controversial. This Banshee is really endearing. I don't think I'm going to open it anymore, so I'm hyped that we got that Banshee, an updated one, because that head sculpt's like, whoa.
Oh man, I don't know if we got some Wi-Fi problems. Maybe it's the hurricane remnants. We had you nice and clear before. I don't know if there's anything you can do on your end.
Oh no,
but let's see what we got. Sorry about that, but yeah, you were a little pixelated, a little slow. Want to make sure. Let's see if we got you. No,
you see me now?
I mean, we see you, but you're not as clear as you were. I don't know if it's not on your end. No worries, but if it's something you can do, cool. We are live. Yeah. It happens, right? It happens to.
Hey, it happened to Hasbro, dude. So
yeah, it happened to Hasbro, right? It's a great point.
Am I still like kind of pixelated?
Let's see what we got.
No, you're good now.
No, you're good. You want to show that Banshee again, please?
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault. No. All right, I don't know if we're not seeing it as great as we want to, but we got
pull it back from the camera just a little bit.
Yeah, pull it back. There we go.
But we all know about that one. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
now,
man.
I wish Fabio was here. That soft goods is actually pretty cool on there, though.
Oh yeah, he loves his soft goods. I don't wish Fabio was here. You would take over the chat and talk the whole time. So no, I love Fabio. Hey, next show we're gonna do RumbleCon. We're gonna do a little bit more in the toy world, McFarlane and all that shit. And Fabio should be on with KJ and Robbie, right? So we'll see what happens. But all right, so Marvel's winning.
Wait, one more.
Go ahead. You got one more? Let's go.
I picked this off from my shelf because of that.
That's awesome.
One more.
More cool.
Yeah, this was so. That's why I'm hyped for these this X-Men team. So like, I'm definitely this is automatic pre-order day one.
Yeah. Now, Pac, you think they could use that morph they had from the the animated Cell series because of that head sculpt, and just throw it on the new body, and you've got morph again?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
that's cool.
Oh, speaking of Copperhead, no, I'm just kidding. We ain't doing that yet. Just fucking you. All right, next. All right, Joe turn. Torpedo. This one is a home run, a big splash. Bobby, you love the water. What's up with Torpedo?
I mean, once again, like I said, I mean, at San Diego when we saw this in that panel,
good call.
I mean, Torpedo for me. Shipwreck and Torpedo were my favorite Joe reveals. Like these digital renderings. The Copperhead looks cool, but Torpedo, when KJ said I need to get the boat, I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Do that, yeah. This Torpedo. I mean, the way that Lenny and Co. I mean, with the suit, the fact that it actually does look like a wetsuit. You know, the mask, the fins, the torpedo, the gun. I mean, it's just like he looks like he's about to do some what works. Let's be real here. Like, I know it's a kid's cartoon, but he's about to do some what works. Let's just be real here. He's gonna sneak into a boat, take it out, swim back. Nothing. You won't ever see him, but you'll just see a boat go boom.
I love that. Yeah, I got you. Ryan. So this brings up an interesting point to me because we see progression, right, with G.I. Joe. They start off with name only, and then we see kind of like grayed out original sketches from Lenny, and then we get the digital renders from like when we start getting Corey and Tony involved, and then of course we get the official pre-orders, which we'll get to. But how do you feel about how they go about their business compared to Marvel, where it's like there's leaks, but they're more surprises, like, oh shit, you're getting Uncanny 275 blue, blue and yellow Wolverine, and he's on pre-order. And then this is kind of like, all right, a progression. So how do you feel about that comparison with Marvel and Joe, how they're handling it at Hasbro?
So the beautiful thing about Joe is it is a Hasbro owned entity. It's their own IP. So they don't have to worry about Disney telling them when they can release something or do, these renders or pipeline reveals. So I think it's a two-pronged attack. Number one, it keeps the Joe fans interested because the product is taking way too long to get to us. We're waiting way too long compared to some of the other products, but I get that the other products have priority because they need to meet whatever entertainment or whatever it is. So having this kind of little tease to keep us going is a good thing. I would just like more of having product in hand before they start teasing us a little bit more. Mm-hmm. My only critique to them. But I know that, Lenny and Emily, that's nothing on them. That's factories, that's shipping. Everything's still kind of screwed up. So, but this is a good figure. I wish they would have done this one as a deluxe and we would have got an extra head of Torpedo. And then I think that would have been a home run for me. But I'll still buy the figure.
Yeah, for sure. KJ, I'd love to hear your opinion on that.
All right, solo on me. Solo. I'm ready. I'm prepared. All right. I'm ready. Just give me Torpedo, give me Copperhead, give me Eels. It's like Ryan said, it's like we're just waiting on figs. I got a full controller bath ready to put together Saturday. I mean, Travis, you had to go overseas to get the Crimson Twins. You lucked out on Stalker. Just like people, they already got a full Tiger Force lineup. I'm sure Ryan already has Crimson Bats. Like he already has them. I just know you know that. So I'm just waiting. Patiently waiting. Like 50 Cent. Just patiently waiting.
Mm-hmm. Was Torpedo anybody's favorite, or have we established? Ryan, you said you would. Now we name only versus render. Did you have one of each, or are you just going with names, Ryan, as far as your favorite?
So name only is buzzer for the reveals. As much as I love Shipwreck, I picked another figure. And
okay, we'll wait. We'll get to it. We're gonna get to them all. So was Torpedo anybody's favorite digital render reveal? Mine was Shipwreck. I think Bobby was Shipwreck. Who do we got? Torpedo. Nobody.
Not me. No.
All right, cool.
Nope.
All right, next up, Marvel Stryfe Life right here. This was a fun bit because Dwight put that helmet on, and now people want the prop, which we'll get into. We'll have favorite props, best props as well. But Stryfe, kind of in that cable realm. Bobby, you're a big guy when it comes to Marvel Comics. Any opinions on this? We didn't get too much of a look at Stryfe, but we got our first.
Yeah, we got a first, and honestly, I'm really the first thing I thought of, I was like, oh, metal nipples. But I was really happy that like I was watching it on my TV in the living room. God bless my wife. She let me watch it out there, and big screen TV. I was like, huh, metal nipples. All right. Look, the one thing I love about this Marvel team is that they know that this, for a lot of fans getting onto Marvel Legends, getting figures that they want is difficult because of that market. This Stryfe, the original Stryfe from Toys R Us, goes for what, 200 now? So the fact that we're getting a re-release, Stryfe is expensive as hell.
No way.
So the fact that we're getting this new body, new cape. I mean, it looks fantastic. I will get this to put him up against Executioner Song is one of my favorite crossovers of all time, and getting this Stryfe with that helmet, I thought this was great. It wasn't my favorite reveal, but I was like, ooh, we need Stryfe. I can have Stryfe in my collection. Awesome.
So, Bobby, is it $100 a nipple then on the secondary market?
Yes, they go by the nipple, not by the pec, which not by the app. It's by the nipple.
That's great. All right, so I'm gonna assume nipples aside that this was not a favorite of anybody's, but it was cool, right? It's like we all probably want this, but we're not like it's not top of the list. It's not a clearance weight, but it's not top. It's kind of like I ran into Target and found Stryfe. I had a good day, right?
Yeah.
Would you all agree with that? All right, cool. I would pay $25 for this. I think there's a lot going on for this, and but that isn't soft goods cape, unfortunately. That looks
no. It's so
it's like the Thor cape, the Thor movie cape, right? All right, let's get Bobby. Oh, scrolling down.
I got my King Thor. This is fantastic.
Wow, that's a beautiful. I haven't gotten mine's shipped, but I'm not home. I'm in Boston.
This is fantastic. The lightning effects. I mean, the hammer, you all know, looks fantastic.
That's a great figure, man.
That's a beautiful figure.
Is it really red and purple like that, or is that just the lighting?
That's nice.
It's red and purple like that. Yeah,
nice.
Very nice.
On the back, it's that royal red.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that. I think it looks great. I don't think that needs soft goods actually.
Yeah, it looks for $25. This looks really good. And then I mean, just real quick, I did like the fact that he comes with his crows or his ravens. I'm sorry, his ravens.
Yep.
So
I do want to comment on Matt's comment because it gets weird because Marvel did reveals and pre-orders, so I kind of had to combine them for Marvel where G.I. Joe did separate. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at right there. But yeah, sure. Oh, look at this funny comment. Is that Fortnite Thor?
Oh.
And then thanks for stopping in. What's on Joe Mind? So watch it every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Love you guys. Thank you.
You know, one thing I could say about the Marvel team is they do try to give the Marvel fans as many different characters as they can, from comic books to different, series, and then also the MCU. So that's I wish the other teams would do the same. Star Wars. Just saying.
Agreed. Yeah.
All right. I think this might be your choice, Ryan.
Yes.
Yes. I know you just well enough to guess it right. I'm going to let you have the spotlight here.
So what was nice about the reveal of Rock and Roll is I was worried they were going to do just the version 1 all green. I like the fact they have the two-tone because it looks like a modern operator compared to just like the OG 13. The fact they give him the big thick beard, the tats, they color the tattoos in. He's got, the rock and roll hands, I think is just another nice feature. The helmet has some detail added to it. And then of course his big machine gun is just freaking awesome. Plus it looks like it can be, workable belt fed. So this is my rock and roll. I can replace the one that I did custom, with the new one. So
that's what's up, KJ. Rock and roll, baby.
I mean, Gridiron, shout out to Mark Buchanan and the boys. I mean, they were helping us out with those kits. I know many people, their rock and roll is from that Gridiron kit. But this one, especially with being able to take off the bandoliers and feed it into the M60, man, it looks nice. And a lot of people are complaining. A lot of people don't like change. Change is good. That's where the new shit comes from. Don't be afraid of change. All right. It's like when you look at the OG 13, a lot of them were just an update on the little green army men, right? There's just a lot of green in that original lineup. So switch it up a little bit. Let's splash in some color. I'm down with the two-tone too, Ryan. I'm cool with it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Pac, is that going to be your next Thor? He says you don't collect that.
No, hopefully I actually have the same Thor, the Herald one, but I threw on the head from the
cool
wave. That works.
That's slick.
But I saw Tough Nerd Toys question about, is that the same Stryfe from the previous one? It's actually not, because this was my first Marvel Legends I ever picked up.
Whoa.
So I have two of these. I sold the other one years ago, but I never opened the other one just for nostalgia purposes. And the new one's all pinless, new head sculpt, because I think this one was basically just a Wolverine head sculpt with different layers behind it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's the same cape they're using. but I think the legs are longer, so it's not cape hitting first, then the legs. So
I love how I got to scroll back up and you just answered dude's question live in the photo. That was lit. No, that was dope. Love it.
And if you guys are ever looking for like soft goods capes, Rebel 10 Customs on Instagram is a great place to pick up capes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. We're all helping each other out in this wonderful community with you. Love Marvel, Joe. Rock and roll, man. This one's so dope. I had to tell Lenny and Tony what a great job they did with that. But the rock and roll hands, the tats. A lot of people had a problem because they didn't go straight OG. They didn't go volume 1, they didn't go volume 2. But I kind of love that we're not just getting a real American hero, you know what I mean? But we're not getting just like something's totally whacked out. They can kind of like flex with it. I mean, KJ, are you cool with the flex of the line, like them doing maybe like a real American hero, but then being like, you know what, I do want to update this. I do want to, like, how do you feel about their approach? Just kind of like they're free winging everything. It's not just 1-to-1.
So one of my favorite Joe things ever was the G.I. Joe Resolute series that was done about 10 or 12 years back. And the way that they updated it was a bit more vicious, it was a bit more hardcore, a bit more modern, but it was its own thing. So I look at classified series as its own thing. So it can pull from the comics, it can pull from Renegades, from Real American Hero, Sunbow, everything like that. And it can change things. It can, like those Joe Pros, like they didn't have those. They didn't have those on Sigma 6, G.I. Joe Extreme, or any of those other things. It's its own thing. So I think mix it up. Let's see what the newness brings with it, you know. I'm here for it all, and I'm yeah.
And to KJ's point, it's not like they can't go back through and repaint that all green and go OG rock and roll version 1, paint it all tan, throw a hat on them, give them a couple Gatling guns, and then you got version 2 rock and roll. So
how many versions
of
these figures do we have? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how many Snake Eyes do we have? How many Tripwires? How many Hawks? You know, it's like, so this is just another new version. It's cool. You don't like it? Grab some Apple Barrel, grab some Karam Coat, wait a little bit, and we'll probably get another rock and roll. Well, the Mohawk and some shit, you know, like
that's what's up. No, this is a lovely figure, but Pac, how do you feel about the change with Marvel going the different direction with VHS animated series? We got they're taking a break from X-Men and giving us some Spidey Carnage love on the animated series. What was your feelings on this reveal?
It's cool, but it's ironic, like next year's anniversary of X-Men, but they're taking a break on the but
that's great.
My thought is like, it's cool because I'm a sucker for nostalgia, anything 90s, especially VHS, but like, how are they going to cell shade like Symbiote Spider-Man? Like, it's just going to be interesting. I'm interested in that Carnage for sure, but I might pick this up.
Didn't they do a cell shaded Venom or something like that? And people were like, it looked like hell, basically. Sorry, but yeah.
Did you get 2 of those, Bobby, or just one?
Just one.
You ever gonna open it?
I just got one too. I got one tacked on the wall, and I'm not opening it. That's it.
I'll never open this bad boy, but that's how you sell it.
Same. Cool. That's dope. I love it though.
Back to the box where it belongs.
No.
but that was a good point. You brought up a good point. That was from the cartoon, and we have that. So I mean, in comparison, like, is it that cell shaded though, Bobby? I don't know. I didn't notice too much of it compared to the X-Men ones.
It's got the reds and the blues mixed in it pretty good for that.
It does. Actually, so give me 1 second. I'll show you. I'll show you the cell shading. So,
don't open it. Don't
you open it. You gonna open it?
Don't pull in. I don't know why he's not here, but articulated Chad when he just ripped open that old retro Joe on air. I'm like, you don't have to do that, brother.
So here we go. Here we go. Actually, let me see if I can get my lighting just a bit different.
No, we can see it. I think we see the. Okay, good point. There is the red and the blue. I'm not home, so I can't just turn around and look at the wall.
Right.
Yep.
Okay,
so cell shaded. Good call.
So here's this. This is the cell shading for the Venom. Now, carefully put that aside. The X-Men. Here is my Storm, and you can see like just how they do. Like it's just they went with the blacks on this
So
one.
there's kind of less cell shading on the X-Men. Actually, you just proved.
Yeah.
A great
So
point. Yeah.
so I've got them all out. Like with the Storm, they went heavy on the thick black ink on the white, and on the Wolverine they went different yellow. They went two-tone yellow. If you can see it,
Yeah. No, you had it good.
Yeah. So you can see like.
So they didn't go with heavy-handed.
Yeah.
That's a nice looking Wolverine.
That is a great Wolverine.
A great
I put
Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman's head on it just to mess around.
Yeah. So that is, and you can see like the blues on the shoulder pads. Like that's.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
So
and then on the gauntlets. Yep.
Yeah. So they do a fantastic job on the cell shading on these. And just real quick, I mean, the Stormhead with the blue eyes is absolutely stunning on this one. I love this. I do love this figure, and like the lightning bolts, which from the 275 cover, like we'll see this with the blue, and I can't wait to see the blue lightning bolts. But yeah. So this is how like their cell shading does look fantastic.
For the most part, Matt says he doesn't think the Storm shading looks good, which I think you proved a point. The Storm figure, I think the Storm sculpt is great, but I think the shading on that is a little off. Yeah.
It's a little off, and the only reason why is because they just went like heavy on the black lines on the black ink. And it would have been maybe a little bit better if they used instead of like heavy blacks, maybe like heavy silver.
Yes.
I think a heavy silver
better contrast. Yeah, it's too much of a contrast where it just looks like symbols, logos.
Yeah, it's just like Storm is. I'm not gonna say lazy, but it could have been better. Like the other figures are all like the same color, just darker, and this is like it's white and black. It's like
cool.
Silver.
It's safe to say we were thrown for a curve, right? So we weren't. It was like an interesting reveal, but nothing on our list. All right, but how about this guy? We're going back to Joe Copperhead. Now this was the only Cobra one. Interesting, right? Because the line is blamed as like a Cobra heavy line, and they went full on Joe. Besides the poor lonely silence of the Copperhead lambs over here.
Yeah,
KJ, give me some Copperhead favor since you got the Fortnite vehicle ready.
Yeah, this is my top render. This is my top render.
All right, good. We got one. All right, cool.
And like so I'm glad I got that Fortnite motorboat. That's Copperhead's going to be manning that. But yeah, for a long time, people were calling this line Cobra classified because that's all people could get, which is Cobras. But this is like, it's note perfect. It's like someone gave the original figure a Super Mario mushroom and it grew to 6-inch scale. That's what I want out of this line, and I can't wait to open this bad boy up.
Nice. No, I think it's very cool. Ryan, your thoughts on Copperhead?
Lenny hit a home run with this. This would be a tough figure. I'm glad they didn't do a removable helmet. I think
Corey explained why they didn't go with that, right? Go ahead if you want to re-emphasize that for the audience in case they missed it.
Yeah, and he never took the helmet off, so leave it on, and it just makes more sense for it to be the helmet. And he's going to be sitting in the water moccasin. Hopefully, we get to see that one day, please. So that we can have these figures. The weapons choices they selected, the big machete, that looks like either a 44 mag with a scope or a 357. That's too funny. And then it looks like he has a Ruger too. So good choices on the weapons. This is going to be one of their bigger figures, so I just can't wait to see it in the hand. Yeah. Him and Crocmaster hanging out.
Yeah, you don't realize how big he's going to be on that digital render. He looks like regular size, but he's a pretty jacked up dude. Pac, what do you think of this? As he's kind of got some Marvel tendencies to him. How you feeling about this Copperhead? Just want your point of view as a non-Joe.
When I saw this, I instantly was like, oh, I wonder if I can army build this guy.
Kind of like a Hydra kind of dude, right? You got the colors and everything.
Yeah.
So, no, that's not a bad idea. I mean, if he ever does clearance out one day, hopefully not too soon. That would be bad for the line. But yeah, I could see him being an army builder with some Hydra dudes. He would be a good thug for the Hydra foil, right?
Yeah.
So literally the Hydra foil. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, what do we got next? Now we got here's where we get into the fun. I don't see my guy Figure God in the chat. But man, we owe Figure. I think Ryan. I don't know if he's watching Figure God, but I think we owe Figure God a gridiron loadout from all the work he's done promoting our channel. I think we had a contest. We hit 1,000 subscribers. We didn't do any raffle. I think we just give it a Figure God, man. I'm not saying just for the memes, but he was letting everybody know subscribe to our channel, and he's been posting our shit nonstop. And shout out to Figure God. He's awesome. What do you say, Ryan? We got a gridiron loadout for that guy, right?
Yeah, we've got a gridiron loadout for him.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But man, this is fun. We're getting a HasLab. Shout out to Dan, Ryan, and Dwight. We love you again. But we got opinions. We're normal. We're we shill and we man baby. We do both. We do it all in a toy kind of mood. And this was a fun one because they found a metal car nonetheless for $10, and it looks kind of like the Hell Charger. So what are you gonna say? We had some fun with it. But anyway, that's why we're getting into the clue. I think with the way the HasLab is going on, they should have just dropped everything there. Just been like, here's the tiers. They should have did something, some kind of damage control. They didn't. They gave us a tease. It's Madeline Pryor, of course, the Goblin Queen, the demonic Goblin Queen. Robert, does this sway you in any way for the HasLab that now they're getting an X-Men character? I got to talk about K-Wish about this because he's a big he's an X-Men fiend and he's gonna want it all. Is he gonna pay $400 for a freaking car with Ghost Riders to get her?
No. So real quick, I did like that Copperhead. I thought he looked really badass.
Awesome.
He's a for sure get. He's a for sure get.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I'd go this deep into G.I. Joe, but here we are.
Yes, we converted him. We got him, KJ. We pulled him. We ranked him right and we reeled him right in.
One of us.
Now we got to get Pac next. He said he would army build it. Take it.
Hey, Pac, it helps. G.I. Joe was first published by Marvel Comics. So technically, every classified figure is a Marvel legend.
No. All right. So back to the HasLab, Trav. Back to that HasLab.
You got it, bro.
Was it enough to give me? No. It's amazing. It's great. I think every X-Men fan definitely wants Madeline Pryor. I mean, Inferno. I mean,
you mean every X-Men fan wants to sleep with Madeline Pryor?
Well, look, it's the mother of Cable. It's Jean Grey's clone, Inferno. They're bringing Inferno back. They're doing a new Inferno that's going to sweep across the entire Marvel comics. But it's still, I don't care how many figures you drop. That is not a $450 car. I'm sorry, it's not. And I think if anyone really, any X-Men fan out there is going to probably get the Madeline Pryor on eBay for $100. They're not. I think people are going to rather spend the $100 for the figure than the $450, $400 if you're a Hasbro Pulse member or not. Than getting all that. It's just no.
I got you. Anybody else want to speak? Pac, how you feeling? I would love to ask you as a Marvel Legends guy, how you feeling about the HasLab? Did you back it?
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Oh, my bad. No, I didn't back it.
You are a big time Marvel Legends reviewer. You have more subscribers than we do.
No.
Your videos are awesome. You're a you're for the brand, and you did not back it. That should say it all. I mean, come on, right?
Pretty much the sentiment's been shared. Like, I don't think that's a 350 HasLab in my opinion, and Mephisto was supposed to be the ace in the hole that would spike the sales, but unfortunately it's not gonna. And I think I agree with you. They should have dropped all the tiers on there, just to see what we can get to offer. Because I think it's actually still stagnant. Like, it hasn't gone up or down. And people compare it to Galactus last year, but that's Galactus. Like, you can't compare the Engine of Vengeance with Galactus. Like, no. I don't know. Who knows? It might be funded like last week, but I don't think the last week of the HasLab, I doubt it's going to hit all the tiers.
Yeah.
Oh, just by the way, I do have a G.I. Joe figure.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got him.
Just real quick, this is where the HasLab is at right now.
Yeah,
right,
I was thinking mine up too. Yeah.
It hasn't really.
5470.
Yeah.
It hasn't moved.
They got a
Yeah.
long way to go, but I think, maybe they got to do a little more. You know what I mean? That's it. I mean, they won't do a price drop, but at least we want a bike. Give us a bike and another Ghost Rider, and I think you get it. It's that easy. You got the bike made. Do a
If
repaint.
they add a bike in there, I think if
You
they
will not get another vehicle on a HasLab.
I know.
Well, they're not getting our money. They're not.
they're-
Getting
Well, and that's here's the thing, though. I know people are like, oh, it's bad if they don't make it. Honestly, it's not. It's not going to kill the line. If it doesn't succeed, it doesn't succeed.
Well, Hollywood says they had to go the hard wheel. Look at this. They keep losing backers, missed opportunity. We're not alone there. You know,
imagine
Yeah,
if like
I mean,
imagine they throw in another vehicle. It's like the Squirrel Girl vehicle, like the Scooter of Vengeance or something.
When we talk about perceived value, I mean, $299, same price as the his tank. Do you think like $50? Do you think that would have made all the difference? Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yep.
So I think what
Disney
strikes me
wants
that
it
it's
done.
really about principle.
Yep.
That it's like saying like they put that extra $50 on top, and now everyone's like, no, forget it. It's like, because I'm not going to get what I'm getting with the his tank or all the other HasLabs that I put money into. Right.
Wait, it might be a couple hours from now, but we'll eventually get to Star Wars. Right?
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
So the magical extra stretch goal is a Cookie Monster that talks.
Right? So, but real quick, onto KJ's point is that the his tank was, a huge thing. We've been wanting it. I think that's also the thing. Like everyone had been wanting a his tank, like something big. And at 300, it was a good value. It's like, all right, 300, all right, with shipping and handling, 350. All right, I can, people can swallow that. With this, no one had been clamoring for it. No one had been wanting it. And like, here you go. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. At 300, at 299, I think it would have like, all right, cool. It would have been a lot more backers. But the fact that it's 350 and then like another $75, $80 with shipping and handling, if you're not a Hasbro Pulse member, it's a lot more. That extra digit, that going from 3 to 4, is like, ooh, no, I can't. No, I think that is where it missed the mark. So
And as Marvel collectors, I even heard folks complaining about the price of Galactus being too much for what you've got as well. Even with them being that just huge figure, wasn't it closer to 400?
Yeah, it was 400. Yeah.
So I think the Marvel team, Disney, whoever, need to go back and look at how much you're thinking you can get for these with your licensing fees and everything else, and might have to just kind of go. There's a sweet spot of about 250 to 300 for a lot of these HasLabs if you want them to be successful, and you got to stay in that range.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I think they at this point they're just, and this isn't on the Hasbro team. This is on the higher ups. I think they're just getting too greedy. Like, oh, they went for this. Oh, well, let's try for this. And I think if this. I never want to say I hope it fails, but I think if this does fail, I hope that this shows like, oh, they want it in this price range.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, we've talked the HasLab to death, and we got a lot of PulseCon left. I love you all, but let's get to Joe. Obviously, Madeline Pryor is not a winner here. Was Bazooka? You know what? As a New England Patriot fan, hey, they lost today, but they had to use 3 quarterbacks to almost beat Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and we almost won. I left when it was a tie game. They lost in overtime. But, hey, shout out to Steve Grogan. They got the OG Bazooka. Ryan, quick thoughts on Bazooka. We got to move on to our next segment.
We've seen him with the Tiger Force, so we knew this one was coming. So I don't think it was
cool.
It's not going to put people's spirits up because we already knew it was here.
Yep. So it's a nice figure. We'll buy it, and that's it, right? So okay, next. You know what? This might be when it comes to now we're getting into our pre-order segment. So we'll say, let's see. We were keeping track. I think we had the 3 X-Men against Rock and Roll, Buzzer, and Shipwreck. I think Joe wins on reveals, but it was closer than we thought thanks to the X-Men, right? Would we say that? Like it's like a nice like 4-3 kind of thing. So it was a close race. Shout out to both teams. They both did great. a lot of great reveals. I think the name drops are key. They're keeping us interested. They're letting us know that they are listening to the fans and letting us know that we got stuff. That's hilarious. It's funny because I won't disclose anything, but I did talk to the head honcho there, and we were discussing who would be a cool like celebrity, right? Like an athlete or a celebrity that would work with Joe, because now, I mean, Sergeant Slaughter, and if they bring back the fridge, God bless them, but right, they're getting up there in age, and we need something.
Sergeant Slaughter is immortal, and take those words out of your mouth again.
Immortal.
Yeah.
Hey, but he's getting up there in immortalness, immortality.
But check out that interview with Larry Hama. Yeah. Check out the interview with Sergeant Slaughter. Those are both great watches. Yep. It's good for your soul. Check it out.
Absolutely. And yeah, we'll shout out that in a bit when we talk celebs. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. This is live on the air. I gotta use the boys' room, the little boys' room. So I'm just gonna let you guys talk about this awesome reveal for a minute, and I'll be back in a second. But yeah, Pac, talk about this great pre-order that we didn't know was coming, and let us know if this was your favorite pre-order of the day. I'll be right back.
It wasn't my favorite pre-order of the day, but was this the one that was like revealed, I think, during like the outage or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the one where they were like, oh, by the way, sorry you didn't see this. We lost that power. Yeah. So that was 100% right there, Pac. Yeah.
It's impressive that I thought that was the retro Spider-Man, like the first version of it. I didn't think they actually put the Renew Your Vows on there, but they did. So shout outs to them for doing that, because it has like the toe articulation, the improved joints. It sucks that it's with a 3-pack, but I get why they did that, because they know everyone wants a classic Daredevil. So yeah. But I mean, at least it's with characters that go in line with the character. Like that Electro looks pretty cool.
Wasn't that one of the older fan vote picks?
Yeah.
I believe so,
Silk, and was it Valkyrie was the other one?
Yes.
Or no, Sif, or I can't remember who it was.
Sif, it was Silk, Sif, and it was Valkyrie, yes.
Yeah.
So I have to be honest. I'm not I don't collect Marvel, but I ordered this 3-pack because of that Daredevil.
Really?
Did you?
Yes. I love Daredevil, the Elektra, the Bullseye. I'm like, this isn't easy. I'm going to pick this up. So
here's the Renew Your Vows. And keep in mind, there's as many people saying that this is the perfect Spider-Man. This is also a lot of people who like have a vendetta against the Spider-Man, because like the head doesn't go all the way up. A lot of people prefer to put the toe articulation on the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, but this is the same body that Daredevil is going to be on. So like that's why people are really looking forward to that.
Yeah,
go ahead, Bob.
I won't lie. I passed on this. I love this 3-pack, and if I could, I probably would have gotten it. But I love that Daredevil, the Bullseye, and the Elektra. I like Elektra in the red over the white. That Bullseye, it looks like that right off that Bendis Alex Maley run. And that Daredevil was very tempting. But I've got my other duplicate. Charlie Cox got his version. So this was I'm gonna pass for now, but it was pretty.
Yeah, I passed on this. It looks great. I like that it's on the Renew Your Vows buck. I love the Elektra figure. I like the John Malkovich Bullseye, but I passed on this.
Wow, you passed?
Yeah.
You're not really that supportive with Marvel. Marvel's getting crushed. They need you. Just pre-order. Just cancel it later. Just cancel it later. Buy everything.
Renew Your Vows Spider-Man is very disappointed.
Oh, man.
Travis, the reason why troop build all those Copperheads. So he's got to save his money up.
Man, it's because I fully expect this Daredevil will be released again, like at some point.
Oh no, that's great. Actually, you know what? I want to shout out Rachel Salinas. She had a great question earlier about vehicles with Joe, and I scrolled up and could not find it. Ask again what that was. Well,
she wanted to know if we were going to get a Wolverine or a water moccasin.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That Covergirl, we're definitely going to get a Wolverine. I don't know if they're going to test a retail release, because how much is Transformers Metroplex? How much is the ARC? How much are those?
150, 130.
That's how much the Wolverine's going to be. It doesn't need to be HasLab, but they can do the Wolverine. It can be a big box on a retail shelf, but that's the cost. And I think the
won't be retail. It won't be brick and mortar. If you see Joe vehicles, it will be fan channel. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I just don't think Walmart and Target want big vehicles anymore, and they don't want to deal with us collectors coming in and bitching about night.
I have a feeling that this is an easy result. This round, the reveals was close. The pre-orders are kind of lopsided, but so nobody pre-order this besides me?
No, I did.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed you. So Ryan and KJ, but this wasn't like your favorite pre-order of Marvel of either Marvel or Geo?
No. You know what our favorite pre-order was, dude. Come on.
No, but what about for Marvel? Was this your favorite pre-order from Marvel? Or don't say what it was, just say yes or no.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
for me, because
so it does get a point.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's my favorite.
Okay, it gets a point since all right, cool. Here we go. But all right, we talked about it earlier. Figure God, I don't know where the hell you must be in bed Sunday night. Look, this was a lot of controversy. Shout out to the Pulse members. Shout out to the peasants who didn't get it. Look, it sucks. You gotta join. You gotta pay for a club. Bobby, we love you, but you gotta. It sucks, right? In principle, nobody should have to join a club to buy toys, but it is what it is. Look what happens, right?
Were you able to
pre-order? What happened, Guide Ryan?
Bobby, did you want one?
I do want one. Maybe. Did
you try to pre-order this at 6 p.m. Pacific time yesterday or whatever Pacific Eastern time? No. You didn't try though.
Well, no, I didn't try because I knew it was Paul's member, so I'm like, I'm not even.
No, it's not only 6 o'clock. You had 30 seconds to pre-order.
Oh yeah, I got on.
15 minutes.
It was
the Joe group right. KJ caught this one, right? The Joe group. It was a battle straight up. Oh man.
Yeah, I saw Serpentor going for $230 on eBay already.
Jeez.
That's all right. So Matson, that's a great call. Both my roommate K Wish and I both did the same thing. We joined Pulse Premium for that Supreme Cobra Commander 2 years ago, right? And then now we just kept it rolling.
Yep.
So, and we got some other folks talking about the pre-orders. This was fun. Look at this dude. That's me on Macari. I can't wait. I'm gonna make $80 on this one. But so, do we all order? Pac, what's your opinion of Serpentor as a Marvel dude? I mean, it's a beautiful fig, right?
I honestly, when I saw this revealed at, it wasn't revealed, or someone took a picture, or it was revealed at SDCC. I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
Yeah. I instantly was like, crap, this could be the figure that gets me in the line because I really like the aesthetics of it. But
yeah,
I don't know. It sucks that he sold out. Do you think is this something they're going to restock at some point?
Yeah.
Or it's
you'll
kind
see
of
a standalone figure release. Probably same thing with Mindbender. I wouldn't be surprised.
But not with this.
We're gonna get a restock of this same PulseCon. There's gonna be it was a FOMO release and they didn't drop enough, and there will be some. It's not even really damage control. It's planned this way. So now the hype is there. There's gonna be more sales because of how limited it was, and there will be a restock. It will be quick, but it will happen.
Is there a cloth cape on it too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cloth cape.
Wired?
Yep. No wire.
Oh,
no wire.
But you can probably, I bet you can probably sneak in some hobby wire.
Yeah.
Rick Lopez, what up, my man? Don't give them hope. I know. I mean, I heard it from the source today. It's okay to say it's not a reveal. It's not a. There's gonna be more. Just keep your.
With any of these con exclusives, they have a certain amount that they can order, and Mindbender and Serpentor were at the top of what they could order. So. If they do order more to have it out, just be patient. But I wouldn't be surprised to see these figures come out single release without the extras for the fans.
Yeah, but the fans want the extras. We know that from Cobra Trooper, the Target Cobra Trooper. They released the Infantry Trooper, right, KJ? And it was great. Go ahead.
People were buying the Cobra Trooper armband and rifle for as much as a Cobra Trooper cost. That's how much they wanted a complete set.
Exactly. You're not wrong. All right, we've kind of
they got to re-release this because the fans come first for premium members.
Hey, better to come second than ever.
It's the fans come first, so I can sell this on eBay for triple the price.
Snoozy lose.
Yeah, look out for my listing soon.
I mean, look, you buy 2, and then you sell the second one, and it pays for your premium membership, right? I mean, and you might get some gas money out of that. Come on, guys, get with it. It's the new era. It is what it is. It sucks. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's cool, but it is what it is. You got to join. You got to pay.
I'm old school, man. I do not buy the flip. But I don't hate on the game because it's a harsh game right now, and I've had to let go of some grails. But it was never willingly.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
I'm not saying flipping is great, but it's $80. You can buy 2. There's FOMO out there. There's people willing to pay $100 on top of that, and you're not going to buy a premium membership for $50. This is not a shot at anybody. I'm educating you guys on it. $50 for a membership sucks. But you buy 2 of these and you sell it to pay for the membership. That's a good thing. I think you're doing yourself a good service doing it, right?
Yeah. With the new Stryfe coming out, if anyone wants to buy this for $250, hit me up so I can go ahead.
Okay, show it again.
For $250, so I can get a premium membership and a Serpentor.
Get mad props, Pac.
For $250, this too can be yours.
Yeah.
All right, we talk Serpentor to death on all of our shows. I think this hands down wins all of the pre-orders. It might even be the action figure of the year, KJ.
Yes, hell to the yes. Do I have to? Yeah. Do I have to listen? I'm gonna get this stapled to my face, man.
Mine was all bent. I had to throw it out, but yeah.
I need to get a frame. I was supposed to go out and get a frame from Michael's today. So,
but it's dope. All right, let's switch back to Marvel. That one obviously wins, but we'll see if there's any surprises, right? Okay, let's move along. PacPhotos. You talked about Cyclops. You talked about X-Men and stuff. So what's up with the Cyclops from the animated series?
Finally, it's not on the Bucky cap. It's like we got it on the Vulcan buck. I noticed like the straps are actually like molded onto the body, so you don't have to worry about loose straps.
I think I saw you posting that. Yeah, that's dope.
I'm excited for this one. I had a bad experience with like cell shading figures because my Wolverine was like smudged everywhere. But I picked up Morph, and I'm gonna definitely pick up Cyclops.
Sweet, no doubt. Did anybody else pre-order this? Bobby, you have any thoughts on Cyclops before we move on to the next?
Look, in my top 5 X-Men of all time, Cyclops is always battling for the number 1 spot. This was fantastic. I'm getting the VHS collection. I do have the Jim. I've got 2 Jim Lee versions over there. But yeah, I'm so glad that they went with the molded strap and on the leg, because the leg strap on that the Cypher one or the Warlock. It always drops, always falls. It's really annoying. This looks fantastic. That blue pops. That yellow is amazing. When this got revealed, I was like, when can I pre-order this? This was my.
So Marvel desperately needs a vote. Was this your favorite exclusive?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're somehow we're not tied because it's like 4-3 against 1, but we're good with that. I'm assuming, Pac, this is not your favorite exclusive though. This is probably the next one.
This wasn't my favorite exclusive.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll get to that. All right, back now. So now what do we got? One more exclusive. Yeah, we'll stick with Marvel. And there it is. There it is right there. Modular Iron Man. I got myself one of these. Man, it's tough because I kind of like don't want to. So it comes in this cool box, right? And then you open it and it's carded, but I don't want to open the card. But then you got that cool freaking gigantic cannon that you could use for anything, right? Take us through the retro modular Iron Man.
Oh, me?
Yeah. I got you, man.
I'm excited for this. I bought 2 of the one that KJ's holding right now. I knew they were eventually going to release this in like the 90s inspired box, which is like what I grew up with. So I'm hyped for this. The only thing I wish was like the cannon, the proton cannon had a bigger beam effect. But other than that, you're getting 3 head sculpts, 2 additional sets of hands, the proton cannon. Like, this thing's awesome.
You got Tony Stark with a mullet.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet. No, it's great. Ryan, you got a thought on this? I am Tony Stark.
So this was out of my wheelhouse, but I think anytime you have a giant freaking cannon is amazing. So
Cobra
I'm just
Commander
glad
can
Pope
use
got
it.
this.
Right? I'm sorry to cut you off. I was saying Cobra Commander could use that, right? Or
Yeah, well, satellite for the Joes, from
Yep.
Rise of Cobra, Retaliation. But no, I think it's cool. I'm glad. I wish they had released this, cannon with the one that KJ had, because I know that a lot of folks were like, "Why don't you have the big cannon with this?" Capcom, Marvelverse Capcom. So they listened finally.
Yep, this is definitely a Marvel. That's why I had the music Marvel versus Capcom when we were doing Marvel's Joe. It's actually one of the figures that inspired doing us this show with Marvel vs. G.I. Joe. So it kind of worked out. KJ, you got any thoughts on this before we move on?
Yeah, man. I used to watch the UPN show. I am Iron Man. But yes, this is my pick of the Marvel pre-orders. This is
Nice.
my top one. But yeah, that blast is good for. Hold on, solo me. That blast is good for a cannon like this. Like, see what Major Blood's holding? Like, you can do a blast for like a rifle like this. With something like that, you need something like this. Like, that's the blast effect that we need. So I may get like a hobby drill, a Dremel, and I may like just make some space so I can put a Transformers blast in it, because that's what you need with a cannon like that. That's what that cannon deserves. So that's the only note I have, but that's my pick. That's my top pick.
Yep.
And for any of your Marvel, another good place to check out is canonbeams.com for effects add-ons. So,
yep. No, great shout. Yeah, Bobby, your turn, of course, man. You're your resident Stark.
Yeah. So I actually was 100% on what KJ was saying. Like that little like effect they have on the pulse cannon. I mean, it's what we have with all the other Iron. What I kind of wish they would have done was what actually who does the Dragon Ball Z figures?
SH Figure Arts.
Kamachi's Nations, yeah, Bandai.
Yeah, so when they have the Goku that does when he's doing the Kamehameha, like they have a giant Kamehameha ball and like the stand for it. Like they referenced like the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and when they bring out the pulse, when he pulls out the pulse cannon, like they have all those effects that shoot out of it. This was a perfect time they could have put all those like little like blasts coming off, and it had like a little plastic stand underneath it. For something like this, like the packaging is beautiful, like the figure is fantastic. I pre-ordered it. It looks amazing, but it should have had all those like blasting effects coming off of it. That would have made this figure like the number one for me.
You know what? If you're in this chat and you miss Serpentor, DM me, right? And I'll put it in an email. And then if there is a restock, I will tag you. That's all I can do. I mean, if you don't see the tag, oh well. But yeah, let me know. Hit me up. DM me on Facebook or Instagram. I'll put in an email. And the second I get notification, I'm kind of good with the notification thing. If I get it, I'll tag you. And then hopefully you get it. Hopefully there's enough for everybody. So just wanted to put it like, because I noticed in the chat a few people didn't get it. And I want to make sure we all get Serpentor. All right, let's get into some pre-orders for Joe. We're an hour and 23 minutes. We're only in the pre-orders of Joe. We're going good. But I'm loving this. I don't know about you guys. I'm loving it. I could do this all night. So, okay, here we go. Covergirl was my winner. Let's just get to the point. And I think she's a beauty. We'll go full screen here. And here's some good looks. Ryan, you want to take me through Covergirl while I show some photos?
So after the whole Scarlet and Lady J fiasco, it's nice to see that we're getting the proper looking female figure. That wrench is just awesome. Her having that shotgun is amazing. Again, it's another home run. We'll see the blonde version sometime down the road. With Joe, it's always going to be a repaint, re-release. So the artwork I wasn't real crazy about, but I get it. It's like Tank Girl almost, but
good call.
I ordered 2, so I can't, say I didn't like it.
It's lovely. KJ, Covergirl.
Well, I got Covergirl as she appeared in the miniseries Blondie. Shout out to Debbie Harry, who was originally a redhead. But Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that Covergirl as well. But this was a fun kit bash. I just need to put something together for the last Terradrome episode we had. But yeah.
Oh, you want to show that again? Sorry.
So I already got my Covergirl, but I'll
Mm-hmm.
still get the redhead. I may keep the redhead in box, and unless threatening Hasbro to release a Wolverine. It's like I'm not gonna open yours unless I get a Wolverine. But I like this Covergirl. It's the Captain Marvel jacket on Snake Eyes Origin Scarlet and Emma Frost head sculpt. Nice, quick, easy kit bash. Easy breezy, beautiful Covergirl.
There you go.
I do see the Squirrel Girl. What do you think, Pac? You see some Squirrel Girl with that artwork or what?
That artwork, yeah. The figure itself kind of reminds me of a Black Widow figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Courtney Krieger. Is it Krieger or Krieger, Ryan? Krieger. Okay, cool. But no, she's great. And I also have a blonde custom thanks to my roommate as well, K Wish. Put one together with me when I bought Dazzler. That one's pretty sick. I obviously I'm not home. I'm not home. I'm home. But Bobby, it looks like you got something to say about your girl.
Actually, I'm gonna shout out to Diana here. She's awesome, but I kind of agree. Like the makeup on the face for me it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It's a step in the right direction. I do love that cover art. I think it's fantastic.
It's a better look. Yeah,
the figure itself, I think from the side looks better than the straight on face wise. I tried to pre-order her, but by the time I got home, because the restaurant we were at didn't have Wi-Fi at all. I couldn't pre-order at all. So she sold up by the time I was able to get on. So I'll probably get her later on. But yeah, I think it looks great, and I'll eventually add her.
It's sold out on Pulse. But guys, if it's sold out on Pulse, it's available on BBTS, Entertainment Earth, Dorkside. I mean, maybe Amazon, maybe Target.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Amazon has them listed up too.
Yep. What was that? It was sold out?
No, Amazon still has them up.
Yep.
Okay. Prime member free shipping.
GameStop puts some up too. Usually GameStop, I wouldn't order anything unless it's on sale, and they do a lot of sales. So keep a look at GameStop. You might be able to get it for $20.99, $19.99 or $22, as of now, $24. But CoverGirl was my favorite pre-order for G.I. Joe as far as that's concerned. So I don't know. We still keep a score. But yeah, I think Serpentor. All right, as far as exclusive, Serpentor wins that round. I'm not even going to count, but as far as regular normal pre-orders, I think I got her so far. But we're gonna get back to Marvel. How many of these, Pac, did you order as far as this new classic X-Men wave? It's a beautiful wave, no?
Yeah, it's definitely beautiful. I'm gonna give you the Marvel fan answer and just say I ordered all of them. But
yes, we needed that though. Marvel's getting slaughtered.
but for sure, so the Cyclops was my favorite Pulse exclusive. Yep. My favorite pre-order is Dark Phoenix.
Oh, great. She's wonderful.
I know everyone wants Spiral, but to me, Dark Phoenix was my favorite just because of how much she was going for in the aftermarket.
Yeah, that we got there. Dark Phoenix was absolutely my favorite pre-order for X-Men as well. Anyone else? Spiral was a kind of a surprise, right, Bobby?
That was a surprise, especially because let me put it this way. It shouldn't have been that big a surprise since we just got that Mojo World 3-pack. So, and the fact that this is what did surprise me though. So Comic-Con would get the Mojoverse 3-pack with Mojo, Longshot, and Dazzler. It was Dazzler, right, in that 3-pack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then we get a standalone Mojo, and then we get a standalone Longshot.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. And then we get Spiral, So I love that Multiple Man and that Avalanche. I'll probably get those later. The Avalanche looks fantastic. The Multiple Man. I like the later X Factor when they're the X Factor investigations. Jimmy Maddox just a bit more. But this actually looked fantastic. But that Wolverine was my for sure get.
There you go. But yeah. As far as pre-orders, I mean that Wolverine. Yeah, I actually went with Dark Phoenix over Wolverine. It was a tough race as far as pre-orders. KJ, you want to chime in on this wave?
I mean, it's Dark Phoenix is perfect. Grand slam. I'm still partial to that Iron Man retro, but Yeah, I have a ton of Tamashi fire effects that are tailor made for that Dark Phoenix. She's going to set everything on fire.
Yeah,
and I can't wait.
Also, shout out to that Burning Phoenix. I love that.
Yeah,
That's
that
such a
accessory.
great little, such a great little. It's the little things. So yeah,
it's very, very cool. This is a very strong wave. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, so we're gonna. Oh, it's funny. All right, back to Joe. There's a lot here. I'm gonna speed through this a little bit. So we got Crimson. Was this anybody's favorite? For I think CoverGirl was my favorite. I forgot to ask, was CoverGirl anybody else's favorite pre-order? We're not talking exclusives. We're talking like as far as just regular surprise pre-orders on Joe Squad. Was a CoverGirl before we move on in here? No. Okay, cool. So it was mine. So who was Crimson? Who had the Crimson Bat as their favorite? Anybody?
I mean, they're dope. I got two of them. I wouldn't say they were my favorite.
Yeah, it's a repaint, right? But it's a pretty good. I love that wolf gray look. Cherry flavored bat. She said, yeah. But no, I think it's slick.
Paul's cherry bat. Yeah.
I think it's really slick. And I love that they took the same artwork and made it a variant instead of having to go wild with something else. That was a really cool touch because you could kind of put them close together and see how they differentiate. That was cool. All right, so we'll move on. And Outback School, shout out to Lance. I got him the shirt from the survival shirt. I had to hook up my boy Lance. But yeah, what do you think of Outback, Ryan?
We saw it with the Tiger Force, so we knew this one was coming as well too. It's a home run. This is Outback. I mean, they killed it. I mean, Lenny and team again. They just continue to make these figures look, like grown up from the 3 3/4 into just amazing figures. Yep. Easy buy for me. Bought two of them again, because I have one in box and one to open. So, and with the bats, this is just the start. We'll get the nano bat, and then we'll get some other. So we'll see more of those bats come out that will be, just different colors. So.
I love this comment. Both Outbacks will be displayed. Tiger Force's dad Outback red. It is the son. It is pretty dope. But yeah, no doubt. Anybody else want to just jump in if you want to talk about Outback? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's my pick.
It's your pick?
That's my pick.
All right. I liked it. I got it. I might cancel. I might cancel the old Outback just for this one.
Tiger Force, yeah.
The Tiger Force one, yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. I mean, I think it's cool, right? It's not out of the ordinary. It's what you want.
Yep.
It's what was that noise? I don't know what that was. But yeah, but that was good. That was good stuff. I think. What do you think of that? That gun looks really cool, man. I mean, Classified stepping up with their guns. They got a little band on it and everything. It's pretty slick, Ryan.
Well, that matches the figure gun from whatever. God, what year was it when he came out? 88. So the accessories and everything match up to what you got. The flashlight, little shovel. I mean, it's close to perfect as you can get for Outback. Both of the Outbacks they've just killed.
Yeah.
You know what's under? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Red hair on his arms. So I mean, the attention to detail that Lenny and team are getting to it just shows that this brand is in good hands right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. I was just going to say what's underrated about this Outback to me is the camo on the legs because of those straps. If you look at the other photos that we got, you don't really notice, right? It just looks like green pants. But then when you get the white background, look at the camo, right? On the thighs, at least, you're getting that camo and it's kind of, you get the scuffled up shins going into the boots and you get that whole, like the boot pant thing, man. Those are such little details that team chases. And that's why they're kind of the top of the line. And then look at that pistol handle. It's got like tape over it because you gotta think about it, he's Outback, he's resourceful, right? He's the MacGyver of the GI Joe team. So yeah, it's a sweet figure. It's like one of those, like, it's not gonna win just because he's a normal ass looking dude, but if you think about it, like, this is some intricate detail going on there in that backpack. It's just now that I look at it, like at first I was like, oh, Outback, great. Now that I look at it on the show and analyzing it, I'm like, man, I don't know. This is such a home run. He's plain but perfect.
Yeah.
It's like,
And this is why you see so many repaints in this line, is because then they can get these deco hits and these the extra tooling for the accessories and stuff. So keep doing that and keep giving us these amazing figures.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got a lot. You know what? I think it looks pretty. It is the Mad Marauders. Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders, the Mad Marauders barbecue. I think it looks nice. I mean, it's one of those figures as a kid, you're like, that's weird, green, blue, and whatever. But looking at it now, I don't know, KJ. What do you think? What do you think of barbecue?
You know what? Slaughter's Marauders was just one of those weird sub teams, but yeah, they like just jumped out at you. Shout out to KB Toys. Shout out to Toys R Us. Like you would just find it, be like, all right, let's go ahead, let's grab this.
Beantown all the way, baby.
I'm thinking about grabbing a second Spirit so I can hit it with some paint to match. Yeah, man. I mean, it's like you can have fun with this stuff. I went ahead and got one after I said I wasn't going to.
Right, we're all in on this line, but I mean, god damn. No, now I look at it, man, it's
what it looks like. It looks like Street Fighter. It looks like the Street Fighter G.I. Joes. Like, this dude looks like he's about to help out Cammy and Guile beat up the Shadaloo Warriors. That's what it looks like.
Oh, look at this. No, it's cool. It's definitely cool. There's room for him in that. Did you pre-order that, Bobby?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Great. Yeah, Ryan?
It matches up to the original line that came with the Slaughter's Marauders. So, we're going to get a Spirit. You've got Falcon, so we'll get a Falcon. There's a couple other guys. Tunnel Rat, I believe. Right off the top of my head. So I see more repaints coming to where we'll get these Mad Marauders is the new name. We should see that whole sub team.
I'm sure people are going to ask, how do you feel about the packaging? You know what? I don't hate it. It's like, if you're going to pre-order it, you're getting what you're getting anyway. And I do hate the packaging for Marvel because it's just the figure on the box. But this is like,
shout
gorgeous, Bobby.
Shout out to Dave in the toy chat. He was like, at least with G.I. Joe, you get like cool artwork, and it's fair. I mean, like once again, like this is my Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man. It's literally just the figure.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's
lazy.
Yeah, that's cool. Why can't that be on the floor? Yeah.
It should have been like a reprinting of number 15.
I think the suits. I think that's the suits made that. That feels like the suits.
It is like the kids want to see what's in the box. Like we know what's in the goddamn box, but either give us artwork. Like yes, there you go, Ryan. That looks dope. That looks awesome. Like yes, give us artwork.
Fire up our imaginations. That's what the comic books do, right?
Well, and Marvel did do that with that 5-pack. Like exclusive they did that was horrible, but they had Stegman do the artwork for the cover, which was awesome, and that did I'm sure that swayed somebody, not me, but Stegman has a beautiful artwork. I love Brian Stegman's artwork, but that was I'm like that's great. Don't just give us here's 5 figures on it. No, that cover looks great. I love that cover. Yeah, there we go. See, that cover looks great. That Mad Marauder looks fantastic. I love that artwork. That blue and purple look beautiful on that box.
You know what? I owe someone an apology. So that's why I'm doing this, because I owe David Allen an apology. I forgot. It's hard. I put a lot. I had to do 1 million slides yesterday, but we forgot about Longshot, right? So he said it's the greatest ever, and I'm like, oh damn, I forgot about the dude. But I think it's. Do we have any opinions on this Longshot while I show this one off?
Well, it's weird that they had that Mojo World 3-pack with Mojo, which is now.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like why, like KJ, why do a 3-pack and then literally release all 3 figures? I didn't get that. Because
Hasbro, they're greedy, man. They're greedy. So there are people that bought the 3-pack and then they're going to buy the singles. That's the only reason.
I love how you guys call it a 3-pack and not acknowledging that like Funko Mini Wolverine.
That's the best part, though. That's the coolest thing they got.
I use it more like an accessory than an actual figure. But you're right. Yeah, it's one of the X babies. I get it.
No, but I'm generally wondering like if it's like a distribution thing, because like usually this would be good to release after the box set. Like, hey, if you missed the box set, here's Longshot or here's Mojo.
Yeah.
But like to do it right before the set comes out, I don't know. It's the best mullet in the figure community, but I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Patrick Swayze, bro. It's just nuts. I love the chibi Wolverine. I think it's cool, man. For sure. No, it's dope. All right, getting back to Joe. Here we go. Falcon. It's funny because we were talking with Carson about this, right? Because he him kind of representing Falcon for a while, and he loves Ray Murphy. Shout out to Ray Murphy's custom that he made for him, and they got some problem with the boots, no lack of tiger stripe camo. You want to speak on Falcon for a bit?
So this is my choice. I think with this figure, it's a home run. Yeah, it's not the perfect mix of that Vietnam era uniform, but damn, this figure just looks good as hell. The shotgun doesn't break like a Nerf shotgun, thank God. The backpack with the knife and the communications pack, the beret. I mean, he is the green beret for the G.I. Joe team. It's a home run. I bought a couple extra just for customs, just because it gives you so many opportunities to build out some more, Vietnam era Joe figures. And, Ray showed us how to do those tiger stripes, so I can go through and fix some of the stuff on this one. So, but I think it's a nice upgrade. I think, and the artwork looks awesome on it too.
Yep. Oh yeah. Look at that. No, he's cool. He's got some great articulation, as we can see with that pose there with the shoddy, the hand behind himself grabbing the next weapon. But yeah, he looking dope. You know what? It's funny because they were all like, "That's the shoddy that Flint should have got." Exactly.
Well, and let's be honest. I know that Mark from Gridiron is going to come up with the weapons loadout for this figure, so I'm just going to wait for that to come out.
I never worry about weapons when it comes to classified. If they make a great weapon, it's a bonus. Because now with Gridiron, it's like we're going to get what we want at the end anyway. You know what I mean? So, it's not a big deal to me. KJ. Falcon.
I have to agree with a lot of people in the chat here. We got people talking about Falcon's face, the face sculpt. I love everything about this figure except the face sculpt. I'm thinking, who do I know that makes custom heads, custom faces that I can substitute? Can I use the Walmart Catwalker from Falcon and Winter Soldier? It's like this is my least favorite head sculpt in the entire classified line. That's including Lady J. But everything else is dope. And like Ryan said, yeah, you can add on the tiger stripes to get closer to that original look. But I don't know what the hell was going on with this sculpt.
Yep. I agree. I'm just going to say, I think when it came to exclusives, Joe won because of Serpentor, but pre-orders, I think we got to give it to Marvel, right? Because they had Dark Phoenix, they had Wolverine, they had Longshot, they had Spiral. I think they had, we had some pretty good pre-orders. I think Outback's a home run, Covergirl, but a lot of repaints, right? It's fun. It's fun. We're going to get it with Joe Diehards, but I think Marvel kicked some butt in the pre-order department. Pac, how you feeling?
Seeing this box art makes me jealous, man. Like, this is something like Marvel Legends needs to do, man. Like, the aesthetics of the box look amazing. When KJ said, like, whose head can I use? I thought he was going to say the selfie series. I could use this.
Well, are you guys aware? I'm glad you brought that up. Are you guys aware of the selfie series that you cannot take the head sculpt off? That was.
Oh, you can't?
No, it was already. I saw it in the chats, and then it was confirmed tonight. But also confirmed, this is fine. There will be more, and it's not a big deal. There will be more, as we know. There will be more figures to come out with the selfie series. So if you don't like what is there, be patient. I'm sure there'll be 2.0. Maybe we can get some OG greens and get ourselves to be a Joe, because that's what I'm waiting for. I want myself to be a Joe. I don't want to be Snake Eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be, whatever, a Power Ranger or something.
So that sucks you can't, because I was going to put my head on this body.
Oh, wait, show that again? Oh, that's classic.
Oh, Dad.
That's great.
That's so funny. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I think that you were talking about the fragility of it. You know what I mean? Because it's a 3D printed deal, right? Because they're doing it so fast. They're doing it in 45 days. They're not doing it in China for a freaking year. So, you know, that the problem is, they're worried about it breaking. And so they're not allowing the head to snap off like usual. I don't know. Ryan, you get any opinion on that selfie series before we move on to our next segment?
I was just going to say, don't tell me what I can do with my toys. I will figure out a way of popping that head off. The only thing I worry about is if it's
the same way.
if it's on that Snake Eyes body, the ball's a little bit smaller than some of the other ones, but it's a resin printed head. You heat that sucker up, you'll get it to pop off. We'll see.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying that I bought one to try out, so don't tell me I can't do something.
All right. So I think the score right now, we're at like 2 hours, but it's okay. G.I. Joe 2-1. They got better reveals, better exclusive, but pre-orders, right? Would you guys agree? Marvel Legends pre-orders? Like if we're not talking exclusives. Bobby?
I think Marvel won the pre-orders. But but here's the thing, I did get Falcon, but I gotta agree with something that Pac just said about that Falcon box and how the artwork looks amazing, and something that KJ and I were talking about just a little bit ago. Marvel is known for their comic books. How look like that is amazing. I love that artwork. Diana said it's like Apocalypse Now box artwork. 100%. That looks amazing. It's like that's like a night drop. How is it that the brand known for comic books doesn't have comic book artwork on their goddamn boxes?
So because of the boxes, Joe wins pre-orders too? Are we going there? Are we going there with that, KJ?
Nah, because at the end of the day,
we're gonna play with the toys.
I open up my boxes. So here's the thing. I think the suits were like, whoa, we used to have the figures up in the front, so the figures should still be in the front, and the artwork should be on the side. So we keep the art on the side, and we put the figure on the front. They're not thinking. They're not thinking.
You're paying these artists to make these renders, this artwork for the boxes. Put them on the damn front. You're paying for them. Get the best real estate space for them.
Yeah. Like they had Marvel had Ken Lashley doing the side pieces for a bunch of them. Fantastic artists. Take that and put it on the front. Like, God, piss me off.
Totally agree with Diana here, Bobby, right? I mean, that's why, like, and KJ made the great point. Marvel Comics, we're not even getting comic. It's it's a Disney thing, right? The chokehold.
Maybe.
Cost cutting.
You got those X-Men release that they put out, and they showed that poster with all those different X-Men on the front of it. Why the hell is that not on the front of those boxes?
Yeah, just copy and paste it. I would take that.
Yeah. But I don't know, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, we are talking about the toys and not the art. The art is a big deal, especially now. But I think Marvel had a lot more pre-orders. I mean, I'm just looking at my notes and like, that wave. We got a Daredevil surprise wave. Yeah. Exclusives. Even though there were 3 exclusives for Marvel and 1 for Joe, that one Joe thing is essential, Bobby.
True. I will say this, and we haven't talked about this. Look, I do get some of those Marvel, like pretty much like the TVC line of Marvel. I do actually get some of those. I will be getting that Ghost Rider. I thought that was amazing. I've got like I got a few of them. They're just really
wait. The Ghost Rider, the vintage Ghost Rider, not the Robbie Reyes thing.
Yeah, the retro.
No, the vintage.
Okay,
Ghost Rider.
I ordered that. That thing's amazing. Yeah.
That's amazing. It was beautiful. Yeah.
Did you really?
It's amazing. I love it. I don't.
And there's still Marvel Legends.
There's
still Marvel Legends. Mm-hmm.
That's right. All right, we're gonna get into a fun segment. None of this really means anything. So look, we'll just say it's 2-1 Joe to Marvel, because otherwise we're Joe shills, and then people we like in the Marvel community like. Go ahead.
We all got some awesome toys that we could order up this weekend. We had fun.
Yeah.
We got figures that we wanted. I think we are the winners. All
we
of us.
are. But you did do the amazing artwork of our show. Shout out to Ryan. Let's give him a clap. He does the artwork on every show. Without him.
Hey, Marvel, if you need help with your boxes, I'm really good at copying and pasting.
Hell yeah. Hell to the yes.
Awesome.
I will work for Joe's too.
All right, we're getting down in the nitty-gritty in this Marvel versus Joe war. And I don't know. I think this is an easy victory. We teased it earlier by accident. and our man Dwight wins. It's not even, you can't even buy this prop, but this alone wins the prop department.
I love this.
Yeah, Bobby.
Look, when Dwight pulled this out, I was like, "Oh shit, are they really making this?" Like, I was like, I thought this was amazing. I have a dog hair on my face. This was amazing. Like, they put like the little Black Panther, the Spider-Man mask. Like, that's cool. And they put out this. I was like, if they do this, ballsy, but fantastic. That was
be a HasLab. That would be a disaster.
You know what? This actually might get backed if they did HasLab.
This might be the first replica HasLab we get. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, we're just getting to that. Look.
Oh wow.
I actually pre-ordered this because I had incredible FOMO from the great Joe panel, and I was like, "What if it sells out? It comes in an edition comic." And then like later in the night, everything was shitting on it, and I was like, "They're not wrong. It's $80 for like a repaint with GI Joe sticker slapped on."
That's $80.
$80.
Okay, so you know what they should have done? Because they used Nerf molds for the Wave 1 weapons. Just make those the Joe Nerf guns.
Oh man.
Or why don't you have one from the GI Joe laser gun from the Sunbow series? Would be a perfect Nerf gun.
Yes, exactly.
And if you do something like that, all of us nerds would have bought 2 or 3 of those.
With the D-pad on the side.
I'm like, why did I pre-order this thing? Thank God for cancellations. The thing is a disaster.
Doesn't the comic have like them shooting Nerf darts on the cover of it?
I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't know.
Like, no, this is a big no. This is a Reva lightsaber. This is Cookie Monster.
God.
These comments, here they come.
I'm done.
I'm still thinking. I'm a big Trekker, so I'm still thinking about getting the Star Trek Nerf gun. So there's that. Yeah. And there's also the Aliens Nerf gun. Looks pretty sick too.
Yeah, look at that comic cover is cool, but not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to pay $80 for a comic cover. But
why the hell is that $80? Because they put a vinyl wrap on it.
I don't know. It's $80 so they can sell it for $40 when it goes half price on the next Pulse sale. That's why.
Enough said. All right, next up. All right, so obviously Marvel wins that. Damn, we're at a tie now because we're going Marvel come back 2-2. All right, celebrities, best celebs. My man Brian Hoyer, he got hurt today. I hope he's okay. I hope his kids playing toys with him because he's going to be in a hospital for a while. I guess we have 2 down quarterbacks. We're down to some guy named Zappy or something. He almost won the game. Shout out to Brian Hoyer. He's big. He showed off the classic X-Men Wolverine, and Johnny Gargano got a surprise Star-Lord original. Did any of you guys watch these interviews? And any thoughts? Pac, we'll go with you on how do you feel about the use of celebs during this Marvel Legends panel?
I'm a wrestling fan, so like I was a huge fan for Gargano, especially since he had that figure that came like the Tiger Stripe Wolverine outfit, which was pretty cool.
Yes, absolutely.
Shout out to my boy Adam Riches, who helped design a lot of Gargano's ring attire.
Really?
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's dope. I did not know that. That's amazing.
And he also did Sarge's artwork for the classified line too. So
yeah, no, for sure. I thought that was pretty good, but I don't think it compares to Larry Hama and Sergeant Slaughter. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. You can't Marvel. I'm a big wrestling fan. I freaking presented WWE Mattel toys a couple weeks ago, and Johnny Gargano meeting him would be amazing. And Brian Hoyer plays for the Patriots, my team. Yet I still these celebs made more sense. So they're not even celebs to me. They are Joes, right? They are authentic celebrities. It doesn't get any more G.I. Joe than Sergeant Slaughter and Larry Hama. Bobby, we're going to go to you about Larry Hama because you got your ass kicked by the chat last time. No, I'm kidding. But no, redeem yourself. How did you feel about seeing good old Larry here?
So I actually I didn't get to watch the interviews. I was out all day.
I haven't either, so it's okay. I saw a little bit of each, but I'm gonna have to watch them all. Yep.
And packed away. I've got my Larry Hama autograph. On my Snake Eyes badge. But look, this is like hands down. It's I said this on the preview show. Hands down, it's Hama and Sargent. Like that's just. That's just like, and yeah, look, I'm not a huge wrestling fan like y'all, so the gargantuan.
Well, Sarge is a
gargantuan
Hall of Fame. It's kind of, you got wrestling guys on each side. So I don't know if Larry Hama can throw a football, but at this point, he could throw it better than Hoyer, who's injured.
Probably, but Sergeant Slaughter, like for me, like Sergeant Slaughter is like wrestling, like yes, wrestling, but like that's like childhood wrestling. That's embedded in your brain like forever.
There you go. Spoiler alert: Diana Davis, who works on the G.I. Joe comics, thank you very much, is legendary Larry is working on 301. We weren't sure about that right until this, so this is official news.
Okay,
it's wonderful. I do wish, if I have any complaints, is that they do interview. I haven't watched them all, but I got the feeling that they didn't really talk to them about toys. So I as far on the G.I. Joe side, of course they talk about toys with the other side, but
they just let them
talk. How do you guys feel about that, KJ?
Just let them talk. I'm here for that.
Yeah, and Sarge talked. He got to see his figure. So you had Sarge holding a Sarge with little Sarge.
That's right. That's right. But what about Larry? He didn't talk about toys though.
No, but
Larry's a lot with the comics.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's a toy. It's a toy show. I would have did something with Larry about that. I would have been like, "How do you feel about the toys, the classified or something?" I don't know. That's
me. I wouldn't have shit to say. I mean, his thing is he's in his own Joe world, basically.
Yeah, that's like asking Stan Lee, "Hey, tell me about these Marvel Legends." He's gonna be like, "I do the comics, dumbass."
Excelsior! All right. G.I. Joe wins on that note. 3-2? All right. 3-2. That's it. They won. So G.I. Joe won. No surprise there. A lot of G.I. Joe fans, but we're not done. We got more. You know what? Before that, we got whiskey scores. We love to do it. I'm going to go top to bottom. Ryan, your whiskey score for Marvel Legends.
4 out of 5.
All right. And G.I. Joe.
4 out of 5.
Wow, what a shill. Just kidding. So 4 out of 5. I thought you were going to say 7 out of 5. No. Hey, man, but why though? Really quickly before I get to Bobby.
If you look at the effort that both teams put in, it's Marvel and Joe right now, and everybody else is just trying to figure out how to present their brands. And I think they do the best with what they can. Marvel's been around for a hell of a lot longer than Joe, but they both had a really good PulseCon, so I can't take that away from them. Mm-hmm. So I'll sit on the fence and say they tied.
Agree. Hey, so I'll ask this chat room: who won? I think I know the answer from the based on the people in the chat room, but Marvel versus G.I. Joe is a lot closer than we thought, right? So it was 3-2 in our categories, and it was a lot of fun. So answer that. But yeah, 4 out of 5 are good scores. Bobby, give us your score for both Marvel and Joe. Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe Classified.
I want to be a shill here. I want to be a fan. I'm going to fanboy with them. Marvel 4.25, G.I. Joe 4.5 out of 5, and here's why. 4.5 for G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe, even with the repaints, those repaints look sick. And here's the thing. Look, Dan, Ryan, and Dwight on Marvel Legends, like, you know what you're getting with those guys. You're going to get dad jokes. You're going to get that chemistry. You're going to get that camaraderie. And this is just kind of myth, but they are genuinely nice guys. There's a lot of stuff with the Marvel Legends that I can pass, but they still look so damn cool. You're like, maybe I will, you know. You go to G.I. Joe, Lenny and Emily, of course, just killed it, knocked out of the park. And all those figures looked sick. Like, with both, and Ryan put it best, like, they are both so into these groups. They so love these figures and lines that, like, look, we're gonna real quick. I'm gonna show, when we look at that Outback, and when we would look at the digital render that won. I'm blanking right now. Shipwreck. Look at the detail they put into Shipwreck. Look at the detail they put into Outback. On Bazooka, like Lenny was like, look at his arms. They're meaty, and then the sleeve comes over. You can see the details that these guys are putting, these people are putting into these characters, and they're toys, and they're putting this much love and devotion into them. No, it's like I do want to give them both, like, but I feel G.I. Joe just a smidge.
Yeah,
a smidge one.
So KJ, do you feel it's more? So that's interesting that Bobby would pick G.I. Joe, but do you feel it's more like it's more of a passionate hobby for G.I. Joe, especially with the things I heard about Emily today, like in a good way, is like, wow, okay, she's came from Power Rangers, didn't know about G.I. Joe, and she had to put the passion, she had to make this her hobby. Mm-hmm. And then Marvel Legends, they've been around for a while, they love it, but it's a job, right? Do you feel that way? Like it's more of like they love it, but it's their job, where Marvel is G.I. Joe is more like, this is my opinion, but it's like they would do it for free almost. They love it. Like, I don't know. How do you feel about like the way they approach the?
I'm gonna try to say this as quickly as possible. Marvel Legends, all the way from the Toy Biz era to like even now. You had MCU, you had comic books, you have the animated series getting love. So the Marvel Legends, they've been in the game. I remember when 6-inch Joes was customs only. It was theoretical only. People would spend years talking about what if when like you would get Joe figures or anything like that, right? Thank you for the subscription.
We have 1001 now. Someone go look.
Yeah.
Are you 1001?
So I remember when Wave 1 was announced, that Deluxe Snake Eyes was announced. Corey Cantaloupe, his Deviant art, Heroes by Hand, he has his custom figures still that he made 10, 12 years ago. The people on Classified Series, this is the dream team. This is Jordan, this is Pippin, this is Bird and Magic. Like these are the people that we want making those figures. Shout out to Ryan and Dwight and Dan. Shout out to David Vonner. Shout out to everybody who was on Legends from way back, right? Yeah. But right now, the heat is with Joe's. We don't even have the damn figures. I'm still waiting. I have gotten new figures since Comic-Con. And before that, I didn't get in since Christmas. The Bats and Alley Vipers, right? And I'm still riding for Classified Series. But I got a shit ton of Legends to keep me busy in the meantime.
That's
right?
What it is. It's a busy
so for
line.
Me, it's still a tie. Yep. I think Marvel Legends exceeded my expectations. I think Joe's are cooling down. They didn't really do that much extra from Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying 4.25 each. I still say it's a tie. Because the Joe's, there's nothing. I'm theoretically a Joe collector, basically. Yeah. Like in theory, I collect Joe's, right? So that's where I'm at.
Yep.
No, KJ, thank you for sending out that list, because I'll tell you what, my Joe collection on that list of figures that you sent out, I'm killing it right now. I mean, my pre-order game is just on point. So I agree with you.
That's the best pre-order list ever. Yeah, man.
No. Hey, that was an amazing assessment. As the lone wolf here, Bobby now we've converted Bobby. He was pretty much Marvel until not too long ago, and he's been doing the classified thing. But how are you feeling? Do you think you're at a disadvantage? Because think about it, if you're Dwight, Ryan, and Dan, and you have to make like your 11th Wolverine, right? Your 17th Iron Man, where like Lenny and Emily and company, Tony and Corey, they get to make their first Outback or second. They get to make their first Covergirl. They get it's fresh, it's hot, it's new. Where Marvel, it's like, how do we keep this interesting? And you get the chokehold from the mouse. So it's like it's almost. Do you feel unfair based on it? Like, how are you feeling as a Marvel Legends fan right now, hearing all this Joe stuff going on? That's you, Pac.
Oh, me. I was like, well, okay. I'll say this. So, like, both of them, I'll give. Since I know so much about G.I. Joe, I'll give both of them a 4 out of 5. From what it seems to me, it's like 2 years ago. I think that's when the classified line started, right? Yeah. I would have easily said Marvel Legends and Black Series are the top of the chain. Now it's Joe's and Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see how in a short amount of time they've improved that line, just as an outsider looking in, like engineering, aesthetics, and like fan service in terms of like the line. But I think with Marvel Legends, it's different because like since Hasbro had the return of it it's almost 10 years now, right? Because I think like 2011, 2012, 2011, they came back. I think with Marvel Legends, we're used to seeing this consistency. And I think we were used to how do we keep the line fresh was when I think the peak was 2020 because prior to that we had Endgame and Infinity War. So we had bangers in the MCU line, bangers in the comic line. So they're both consistent. Now people are kind of feeling fatigue with MCU, I think, and that's why there's not as much interest with MCU figures. I still love MCU, but I think from the average consumer, like, you know what I mean? But also for like the comic fans, like we've already got a lot of our major characters we have. Like we're getting deep cut characters now. So I think that's the difference between the two. But I definitely like the way the Joe's team is going just because, like I said, the improvement they made in the past 2 years is pretty incredible.
Yeah. And I don't want to take anything away from obviously Ryan, Dwight, and Dan are giving us like Molecule Man and or the classic orb like, and like Moonstone.
Yeah, we see that they're fans of like, you know, you hear them talk and they're dropping knowledge on these like deep cuts. You're like when like still like Comic-Con when they revealed Razorback. I'm like, I've seen him once in the comics. I was like on
the Firefly or whatever. Yeah, the human fly. Yeah. Crazy.
And like the passion, like, oh, and this character, like, okay, either A, you're a fan, or you're just so damn good at convincing me that you actually are a fan of this character. But like when it comes to the X-Men, they're deep cut lovers, okay? And Travis, you know, our good friend and your roommate, K Wish, like, has given me a list of all the X-Men he wants, and they are deep cuts in there. And when we interviewed them, they're like, maybe we know all these guys. Like, all right, fair.
They will. It's not even a maybe. It's like we can't say, but yeah, you know what I mean. Like they're doing.
Case in point, and Trav, I'll let you get back to it real quick. But like when we interviewed, and I asked Emily about Mask, and she like, I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm like, crafty. All right. I love Mask. I need Mask. But like everyone's in this chat has said, and like Lenny said at Comic-Con, this is a still a young line. It's only 2 years. He goes, we've got stuff planned out.
Yep.
We just have to get there. I'm like, all right. And Lenny and Emily, we trust.
Yep. So here's the funny part. I'm gonna give it a tie, and then Joe wins. And our resident Marvel guy is the reason Joe wins.
No, wait a minute.
No, I'm actually talking about yeah. Now you want to give it like a 5, right? PacPhotos. But yeah, I was like, I'll go, man. I almost want to go 4-4.25. Like we're going off the Meltzer scale, Ryan, with our wrestling terminology here. Like I love the 4 out of 5. I love the 4.25. I would not give Joe a 4.5 because they did great, but they did what they had to do. I don't think I told Lenny this. I was like, I'm glad there's not a million name reveals because it's going to take you guys a while to catch up because you're in the back of the factory line behind Disney. You know what I mean? Like, so I think you guys are going at a good pace, but you don't. And he did say like at Comic-Con, they gave us like a 5 out of 5 panel. So there's only so much left over for PulseCon, right? So to come back with a 4 or 4.25, whatever number we want to give it, panel after a 5 at Comic-Con, that's incredible. Yeah. And Marvel is ultra consistent because of that team. I think, imagine if we didn't have Ryan, Dwight, and Dan running that team Marvel with Disney.
It'd be crap.
It would be scary. We would get like just the Avengers, you know what I mean? Like over and over again. It would be bad. So, you know, thank God for that. I just think the deeper cuts in Joe are more interesting. You know what I mean? This is a lifelong comic book fan, a lifelong Marvel Comics fan. I just think like we're comparing like the Orb and Molecule Man against like a Crimson Bat or Covergirl. Like Covergirl's not that much of a deep cut, but I don't know, Ryan. I feel like you have something to say about that. I feel like the deep cuts in Joe are more interesting than Marvel. That's what I'm saying.
You got to think if we are like on the same track as Marvel for Joe with those deep cuts in 10 years, if this line is still going, will I get Sonic Fighters Falcon? Will I get Sonic Fighters Hawk? Will I get, all of these 90s Joes that are still out there in the neon and there's just so many, there's more Joe characters than there are Star Wars characters. So there's a lot of deep cuts that you can get to. So, we're talking even Fun School. We're talking Brazil. We're talking Action Force, Red Shadows. There's a number of different areas that the Joe team can go down the road. So, but yeah. And look, I'm going to bag on Star Wars team, and I'm sorry, but when they revealed the Indiana Jones and then Star Wars, those figures look like they came from the same team. And that's a sad.
They were. It's the Lucasfilm team. I think someone said that in our chat. Was it Dave, KJ, or you?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, it looks like a Black Series figure. It's Han Solo in a leather jacket and tan pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a great segue.
It was a lot of the same crew members of Star Wars who made Indiana Jones. That's why those movies feel the way they do.
All right.
Oh, is it cool if I say something? One more thing about Marvel Legends, though.
Yes, absolutely.
They do a good job though of bringing new collectors into the game, just because they get this PulseCon was a good show of that. They gave new characters and re-releases for people who missed out the first time. So I think over the last few years they've done a good job of getting new collectors back in, or into the game.
And Pac, if it wasn't for the Marvel collectors, and Classified wouldn't be the success that it is. It's all the new collectors that came in from other 6-inch lines that are making Classified successful right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. I just want to make this statement. I'm not going to address any of that stuff in the chat room. That's it.
Right.
The stuff going on right now. That's it. You guys can have your own. Do it. Well, I'm not going to delete it. I'm out. You'd be surprised who feels that way too. There are people, it's their job. That's what I'll say, is that it's their job. It's the world we live in, and that's it. That's it. We got to do what you got to do. Do you want to make money today? You do what your boss tells you, right? That's it. That's all I'm saying. So we'll move on to Joe. Star Wars action now. All right. So this is let's brighten up the room. Chaz the Guru, he was here earlier. We're gonna get into a really fun lightning round, super fast. I promise. We're already over 2 hours. Star Wars. This is a bore. You want us to talk negative? I will. It's Star Wars. This is the line that got me back into toys after years of, whatever, going to nightclubs and doing all that stuff. And I was like, Black Series, this is cool, right? But man, this is bad. These are great figures, but I don't know about you guys. This is a clearance line waiting to happen. Bobby, help me out here.
Pass.
Talk about lightning round. Everybody just say pass.
Look, honestly, if KJ and I had done a smash or pass on this, like saber on, saber off, pass on all these. And look, this is nothing against, I love Andor. I love these figures, except for Diego Luna. His face is a little. These are fantastic characters. These are fantastic figures.
Oh, the show is great. I mean, I like it. Yeah, it's a cool show, but
great show. For the price, no, it's a pass on all these. And you're right. These will be clearanced. These will be $10, and you at 10, sure,
maybe 7, right? KJ, that Galen Urso.
That Galen Urso is clearing out.
If they're 7, sure. 5 below, let's get them. But at $25-$30, now this
is a cool one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a good one. Did any of you guys pre-order? How do you even say it? Access Woves?
Axe Woves.
There you go, KJ. You pre-ordered.
I pre-ordered this one. I almost got the Death Watch Mandalorians to turn into Axe Woves. But I'm glad that they got this one. I went back. I got all those Andor figs, man. The show's awesome. Adria or Jonah's awesome. I'm gonna make an Eric Selvig custom.
Yes.
Genevieve Riley, she's great. As Mon Mothma goes all the way back to episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I'm a Star Wars nerd. I would get Star Wars figs. I told y'all how the first fig I toy hunted in the before time was the Mandalorian. I had to go all the way to Tarzana to get that Mandalorian. So I'm still riding with Black Series, man. I got all those, man.
Yeah. But man, I mean, other than that, yeah, I love as a kid that Wicket was. I think that was like the only Star Wars figure I had, unless someone bought me one or gave me one. But Wicket is just, I don't know. I thought it was the cutest little damn thing I've ever seen. And Return of the Jedi, big fan. It's obviously the anniversary, so they're giving us repack hell. My problem with this is they're a calculated mess. These would all be great Return of the Jedi releases if they didn't give us these, besides Wicket, already, like a year ago or months ago. PacPhotos, do you collect Star Wars?
The only Black Series figures I had were because I just saw them on clearance. So like I picked up Poe and used the head sculpt for when I get Moon Knight in. The only thing I ever bought, full retail, was the Black Series Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, because I needed one for the shelf. But
yeah, I got you. No, that's cool. But did anybody here pre-order anything Star Wars besides Axe Wolves? Ryan, Bobby?
I got Axe. I might go back and get this Han just because I didn't get him the first time, and I
that's a plus. Yeah.
So it's like, once again, like, this is a plus. But
all right, pass. We're moving on. All right, cool. And then these are the pipeline. You know, there's a million pipelines. It's just, put it this way, it's the same figures you've had. They're just going to make subtle changes to it. These are the three that stood out because they're from the Book of Boba Fett, which hasn't get much love, which is crazy. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm okay with these pipeline figures, but other than that, you're getting another another Luke Skywalker. You are getting an R2-D2. I saw a lot of comments in our chat, especially people have not gotten an R2-D2 in a while. So we're getting an astromech droid there. Ryan, you have any thoughts on Star Wars Black Series before we do whiskey scores and move on? I'm kind of done with this line. It's a clearance line for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm fucking done with
I feel so bad for the Black Series fans because it just seems like it's repaint after repaint. Mm-hmm. But then it's the 4-inch figures. I just keep seeing them coming out with a lot of new cool stuff for them. So I don't know if the focus has been moved to the smaller figures compared to Black Series, but I just feel so bad for folks when they see these Star Wars streams come up and you can just see the chat where people are just deflated by the same figures being re-released. How many Boba Fett's do you need? How many, how come the Bad Batch, the big guy is considered, a deluxe and it's like, $35 and he doesn't come with anything extra?
Yeah.
It's just, it's not sitting well with the fan base right now.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. I don't know. Quick whiskey score here is I don't know, a 1.5 out of whiskey. Oh, Bobby, you going 1?
You know what? Here's even better. Here's Star Wars to the fans. There you go. There's the 1.
There you go. See, you guys wanted negativity. We gave it to you. We're not all shills. We fucking hate this line. It sucks. The end. Okay? I mean, put it this way.
You know what? Hate's a strong word. Disappointed. There you go.
The hate is strong.
There is nothing more powerful than when your mom goes, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. You're like, God, just disown me at this point. Shit.
Or KJ, we could look at it like we love this line because we don't have to spend that much money on it. We already have it, right? So it's like you got to look at the right side.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going straight 1 or 1.5. Anybody like this better than a 1 or 1.5?
I'll give it a 3. Shout out to Michelle Ong.
Stole
my heart. She stole my heart, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
All right, that was
that figure. That was so cute, cute as a button.
So
that was great.
Ryan and Phil, you guys missed it, but we were just like oogling over this wonderful lady, Michelle. The whole chat, we didn't care about any of the toys. So like,
on Bad Batch.
Yeah. She's cute voice. Okay, that's all I'll say. All right, moving on. Indiana Jones. You know what? Lucasfilm got half of their panels right.
No. Y'all were bitching in the chat. Y'all were complaining. I was like, no. Black Series team, they got, they're going to do horrible. And then y'all shut the hell up as soon as y'all saw those figures. I will not let y'all forget that. No.
I will say this. I hated that panel. That panel is a 0 for me. However, these figures were a solid 5.
Wow, you throwing the
5 for
heat?
me. These figures were beautiful and amazing, and I love it. But that panel,
Thank you, Dagon. I appreciate that.
That panel, no, like 11. You know, KJ, you and I could have done a better job, like blindfolded. What's happening? We're looking like Stevie Wonder up there. What's going on? Indiana Jones? 5. Look at this. Look, no, it's God damn it. All right, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh man, but no. Oh wait, but hold on, Bobby. Do you give the panel a 5 with your boy Patrick Schneider in there?
No,
and those
like,
dudes from Star Wars.
When I see Patrick from Star Wars, I think of the episode of Parks and Rec where Ben Wyatt is working for a congressman in DC, and they think he's a robot. He's like, "Hi, how are you? I am good. Are you?" It looks like an animatronic pretending to be a human. Like, I'm like, no offense to him, but he's like, "Hello and welcome to Star Wars."
Yeah,
it's like, dude, we're like, God damn, like
people hate Patrick so much that even if they like the figures, they're like, "Fuck the panel."
But Patrick's he's a history nerd. He's a history nerd though, so I think he's the guy.
Okay. He
the
might
same
be
way
good
that
for
Corey
one,
is the guy for Joe's. I think Patrick. This is the
that's
line that's going to bring him to life. This is where he goes from being stone to flesh.
How great is that? Speaking of flesh, look at that melted face.
so good.
Yeah.
On Major Isle Toady. He look. I didn't get it, but I think this is one of those, like, if I find it Target and clearance, I have no connection to this thing. I mean, I love Indiana Jones, but
you won't find this on clearance. This line you won't. No.
All right.
Nope.
Okay, there you go. Ryan said it. So, oh man, I don't know. I love it. I think it's cool. I thought the panel was great. And they did a whole look. We're not going to go too deep into it. They did retros. They did an artifact. Anybody else have any? Pac, we'll go to you real quick. You have any connection to Indiana Jones and your feelings and a whiskey score on this?
Whiskey score, I'll give it a 3.7 out of 5.
Oh, okay, 3.75.
Any connection? Just I remember watching the movie when I was a kid, and also going to the ride in Universal. I think it was, or was it Disney?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember, but yeah, I mean that melting face is probably that thing's insane.
It was Universal, yeah.
Universal, yeah. Why don't you think it's a question? Why don't you think it's going to go on clearance? You don't think that's going to have like?
Oh no, I just assume that everything goes on clearance besides GI Joe. That's I've never seen GI Joe go on clearance unless it's like Flint and Lady J. Ryan.
For the panel, no, I'm sorry, I can't. But these figures, I ordered both of these. The only critique I'll have is don't have a Build-A-Figure wave where you can't order all of the figures at once.
Good call.
And then you make people come back to them.
Mm-hmm.
And with having to get all of them for the artifact, it's just like, don't dick us around. Just give us the figures that we want so we can order them.
Yep. So we got, what do you got? A 3.75. Did you have any more thoughts? I'm sorry, I meant to ask Ryan about the clearance thing, but Pac, did you have any more thoughts about Indiana Jones? Did I cut you off? I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, cool. But yeah, you got 3.75 from PacPhotos, and then
that's for
Ryan,
the figs, not the panel, but
the figures. No, not the panel. Well, we're reviewing panels, so you got to count the figures and presentation. So let's give some real whiskey scores. I think this was a significant debut, right? This is a big moment for Hasbro, so we'll give it a real score. What do you think? What do you think, Pac?
A real score, probably 4 out of 5.
Oh, so you actually like the presentation a lot. Okay, great. And so, yeah, I do agree that Patrick was less, less robotic as usual with this, because maybe some excitement, some new. He doesn't have to talk about, his 17th Mandalorian repaint. Ryan, your score really quickly in Indiana Jones.
3.
3
out of 5.
Bobby.
3. Because a 1 for the panel and then a 5 for the panel.
You hate Patrick more than it's a good thing you didn't go to the Star Wars panel like I did at Comic-Con. KJ, you got a big smile.
Got a 4. I love.
4.
I've wanted Indiana Jones action figures. I was sending those brainwaves out into the ether. Bobby will back me up on that.
Mm-hmm.
This is for me. Not one at all.
Yeah, look, I don't know if Indiana Jones will go on clearance. I see a comment here. Tough Nerd Toys, shout out to you. I think Indiana Jones will sell because I think someone skimming through that toy aisle sees an Indiana Jones, like holy hell, 6-inch. I think that'll go, but I think like any of the side characters, they just I don't know, they're cool, right? And they're iconic to Indiana Jones fans, but they're not iconic to like the mainstream, in my opinion. I don't know. Am I wrong about that? I just
So in
don't.
my head,
Yeah, Bobby.
right now, I'm thinking, okay, if I get my Raiders poster framed and put that up on the wall, and then underneath it, my figures there, I'm like, just like imagine how beautiful this will look in my office.
Mhm.
Yeah. I will take down stuff to put this up.
Yeah, I will give it a strong. I like Pac's score, actually original score 3.75. I don't think it was as good as Marvel Legends, and it was quick, but I think for a debut, they kept it simple, short. They kind of gave you a layout where they're going with it, and yeah, it looked like the Star Wars team. We're sick of those. They're sick of them, but mostly probably it's because of the repaints and stuff. Because I thought they did a better job with this one. So that's all I'll say. All right, next up, day one, Transformers. Right. So shout out to Eric Corpy, loves Transformers. He said this was his favorite. He calls it the what was it? Isabella. Isabella. He's got the hots for Isabella. So Transformers. I thought it was solid. Bobby, we'll stick with you real quick.
I didn't watch the panel because I don't collect the Joes, but
all right, so NA not available.
But I will say like that Soundwave looks beautiful. Like both Soundwaves, the Shattered Grid. I do like that Shattered Grid, Shattered Glass. I'm sorry, the Shattered Glass. Shattered
Glass. There you go. Yeah, Shattered Grid is Power Rangers, which is cool. I got that next. Yeah,
looks beautiful. And then the Target exclusive Optimus Prime. I don't know if he's exclusive or not, but I just see like the big Target on his logo. It's like Hasbro. Like, here you go, Target. You get your own Optimus Prime. I think it looks great. I think the figure looks great. I only do the 86, so I pass on all these.
Yep, same here. Ryan, your turn, bud.
I have to do the NA because I don't collect Transformers and I didn't watch the panel, so sorry.
Okay, PacPhotos.
Also NA.
You guys are making my life so easy. Is KJ still here?
I think
KJ's going to order those Indiana Jones figures right now before they don't go on clearance.
I'll give it a solid 3.5 because while I'm not collecting Transformers, unless it's the 86 line, man, I gotta say I do love Tarn. Right, he looks great. I do love the Leo Prime. The Maxima Leo Prime is really sweet. We see it in the middle there. I didn't put a whole lot of slides because there was a million for the other things, but we got that right there. And you can see it in the top left, and then right next to him is Tarn, Leo Prime. I thought they were really cool. I think these are great figures. I'm not collecting Legacy, so I don't know. Oh, there's KJ. Okay, so your thoughts. You're a big Transformers guy. Your thoughts on the panel? I gave it a 3.5, and I think Primal and Tarn were the show stealers. But how do you feel?
I'll give it 3.5.
Okay.
Tarn, I got it. It's all about Tarn for me, but also that Shattered Glass Soundwave. Like that, I'm gonna go back and get the blaster to go with that Soundwave. But these are all great, strong showings. But I'm like you guys. I'm just really sticking with 86 and anything that really sings to me. But that Tarn is fantastic.
Nice. All right. I thought this was funny. They had Light Bright. Remember these?
I like that.
Yeah. And then I thought the setup was really cool. Imagine for an office setting, if you worked at Hasbro, I thought it's pretty dope, actually. I like that. It's a little different than just wall art. So yeah, there's a new addition there. That was cute. All right. Do we have any? We're gonna save a lot of time here. Do you have any Power Ranger fans in here? I know KJ, you kind of like it a little bit. PacPhotos, you like Power Rangers?
Just the Megazord they announced. That's it. That was my only I don't really that one. Yeah, the Astro Mega Ship. Yeah, that was my favorite. So I watched everything from the Zordon era, and this was technically the last season for the Zordon era. Yeah. And this is my favorite season, so I'm definitely gonna pick this up.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty sweet, actually. So is this a Pulse exclusive? Was this a PulseCon exclusive?
I'm not sure.
Okay, but these are, I actually shout out to the Dino Fury Green Ranger. I think it's dope. You know, I'm not a super big Power Ranger fan, but I can respect a good figure when I do. You know, when
Agreed.
I can. I think it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's all. That's kind of all my thoughts. I think they did a good job. We get something here.
Get the Ninjettis.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I do want to get those.
Ketchup and mustard, red and yellow. So yeah, I'm still getting Mighty Morphin. Like me and Dave, we go at because Dave loves Power Rangers.
Yeah, shout out to Dave's story. Yeah. Shout out to Dave's story. But yeah, and shout out to MCU Collector and Noah Barron, who are on our show for Power Rangers. Really fun show. I always say this, if you're a Power Ranger fan, watch that show. We did it not too long ago. We had some great guests on there. Lots of talk about Power Morphicon. So it was a good time. I'll say, you know, I heard from Dave. He was not that thrilled, and I thought it was an okay panel. I enjoyed it. I'll give it a 3. You know what I mean? Like as a non-super fan, I thought it was fine. It was, I liked it for what it was. But yeah, you don't have to. KJ, your score on Power Ranger?
I give it a 4. I'm biased. You know,
yeah. Oh no, so KJ, go ahead.
No, that's all. It was fun. It's just fun to celebrate Power Rangers.
Go ahead, Pac.
3.5, just for the Astro Megazord.
Yeah. I mean, we'll take another good look at that.
The thing is, this thing was leaked like right before the day before, so it was kind of like,
yeah, that's a shame. But all right, in the Fortnite, KJ's turn, and I think Ryan pre-ordered. Did you pre-order any of these, Ryan? Which
I
one?
did.
The
I
one
got Potassius and Menace.
You gotta. I don't know who is who. So tell me.
All right, Potassius Peely is the banana that's dressed up in the Roman garb.
Peely,
so it's just a fun figure. So I had to pick him up, and then it's Menace Undefeated was the other figure that I picked up too.
It's like the big deluxe one, the big like ornate figure.
Yeah, because I would put him with Serpentor. You know, throw some wash on him to make him look a little dirty up for a guard. But the Peelies, it's just a fun figure to have, so I had to pick him up.
Mm-hmm. No, I got you for sure. Let's see what else we got. Oh, you got that one.
Menace. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So it's a big figure. They're cool. So they're fun to play with. They don't fit into anything, but they do. It's just they're cool figures to have. So I picked a couple up.
Yeah, gotcha. And you know what? Shout out to right here. I totally forgot to put these in because I'm a big fan of these. They are clearance weights for me just because I'm not a massive fan of Power Rangers, but I am a big fan of Street Fighter. And I think these are really cool. This is Cammy. And I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see this.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Yeah. What else we got? Nope. Never mind. All right. That's why I hate using the browser. I like the slides. All right, cool. All right, what else we got? Power Rangers. All right. Here we go. All right, Mers. You know, shout out to Mers. I'm a big fan of underground hip hop. I saw his show at Ninth Wonder when they were doing stuff at Mers 316 classic album. Of course, 316, you know, Stone Cold and also the Bible verse. But man, this guy freestyled for a minute and I felt bad for him because that dude, he did a good job. The host, what was his name?
Cleo Thomas. This is the dude.
He did a good job, but he was dancing on the couch like Tom Cruise. And here's the thing. Mers didn't say anything about Oprah and Tom Cruise in his freestyle. I was hoping he would put him right down with that, but he was trying to be nice. You know, he had it in him. He was like, "What are you doing, jumping on the couch like Oprah and Tom Cruise? He was a fool." But he didn't do it. But hey, I just did it for him. But look, Mers is dope. Actually, I think I got a shot of. There it is. Look at that. They were having a good time. That's what it's all about. PulseCon is like the Super Bowl for us toy nerds. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. A good time. It's about everything. It's about a community, a family. And I thought Mers brought it. It was cool to and it was off the dome. None of it was pre-written anything. He just went there and they gave him a microphone and they let him have time and they didn't cut him off. And he was incredible. I mean, KJ, you got a word on that? On my man Mers?
You know what? It's like, there's like the real common thread of life between just hip hop, sports, sneaker culture, toy culture, just cool stuff, art. it's all art is really what it all boils down to. And whatever your vibe is, there's room for it in this day and age. So it's great to have something like PulseCon bring all these different worlds together. Shout out to Starting Lineup. Shout out to this thing, that thing, like seeing.
Oh, there was the Magic the Gathering Avalon Hill. I figured we didn't have a whole lot. Did any of you guys have anything to say about Avalon Hill or Magic or Starting Lineup? I figured not, but
like this is going to be a 5-hour show at this point. It's like
no. I'm just saying, like, if anybody wanted to say anything, because I want to make sure PulseCon in itself, but I didn't think we would. I know. Imagine we had Ronnie on here talking about Magic. We'd be here till 2 a.m. Pacific time. But yeah, man, Mers brought it. I liked it overall. I thought the presentation. How do we feel about the presentation of PulseCon, Bobby?
Overall, not bad, but yeah, Theo was kind of annoying. Sorry. I just clicked on. I just clicked on for what I wanted to watch, and I clicked off. They did, like everyone did, and granted they had technical difficulties, and certain ones went long, and I'm sure the producer was yelling in their ear like, "Hey, speed it along," like my wife is doing to me right now. She's my producer over here. It was really good. It was really fun. Overall, I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 or 3.5.
Yep. All right, that's cool. I love the critical Bobby that we're getting. Maybe you've gotten beaten up so much about being the 5 Bible and 5 whiskey assassin that now you're like, you know what? I got 2 Bibles and 2 whiskeys right here. I love it, Bobby.
I'll give the weekend 3.5.
All right. Yeah, I agree. Let's go with our guest, PacPhotos. How you feeling about PulseCon in general presentation? Any last thoughts? Let's get them in right now.
Overall, I said like 3.5. There's parts of PulseCon that I'm just like, it's kind of like cheesy. I get why they do that and what they do, but
we gotta get. They're trying to get the kids, and they're trying to diverse everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I think it's wonderful.
Which I understand.
Yeah.
Like the interviews too. I understand why they do like the interviews with the different like guests and stuff like that. So that stuff's cool to me. But
wouldn't you agree? That's a great point. You brought up the interviews. Is that I think they used to have the whole interview, and it would like. Now they give you a couple minutes, a minute, a tease, and now they're on YouTube. So it's like I still have to watch. I have to rewatch Larry Hama's. I kind of watch it distracted. I have to watch Sergeant Slaughter's. I didn't even know he opened his figure. I gotta see Brian Hoyer's. I saw Johnny Gargano, which is cool. It's extra. It feels like a convention, right? Like you get to you watch the main presentation at the main stage, and then you can go in the little rooms. It's digital. But like I kind of like that effect of like, oh, if you're a Power Ranger fan and you want to see the Dino Fury cast, cool. If you want to see the IDW comic dude for Transformers talk for fucking 2 hours, cool, right? Like I mean, but they give you a tease of everything, and then if you're really into it, they give you the whole thing. That's kind of I do love that addition to PulseCon this year.
Yeah, I get it. It's like supposed to be like their version of a convention. So I understand why they do certain things in there. What I think was funny was like every other segment was, and have you heard about the selfie series? It was kind of like when WWE used to do, you can get the network for $9.99. Yeah. That's what kind of selfie series reminded me of.
Right. But that's the thing. It's part of it's a mandate, right? Yeah. So I'm sure and so what you do is you're told to do this, you make the most fun you can with it, right?
Sure.
You probably don't want to do it, but why not just make it fun? See how your face looks. You might think it's terrible. I mean, some people, it was funny. Did you see Julian Edelman's Instagram ad? He didn't look too thrilled with how he looked. He gave himself a different haircut. And then it's weird, but people are into it. Shout out to MCU Collector. He made one and it looked like him. Some people are going to get away with getting a figure that looks like him. It's not going to fit every face. I'm scared to look. I haven't done it. Have any of you guys done the selfie series?
Yeah, I did.
Brian, how did you go?
You know what? I gave myself the stupidest beard. Anything I could do, I made myself really tan. It's vanity for me at this point. So, I'm going to screw around with it and have fun. So,
Yeah.
It's
quick
a
shout out to
toy.
everybody. Thanks for watching. We're almost done, but thank you for everybody who's bowing out and saying and giving us lots of love. I can't believe we have 30. We have had around 30 viewers all night, and we still do. We're talking about selfie series. We're talking about G.I. Joe. We have the same. I figured, once we get into like Power Rangers and Transformers and Indiana Jones, we're still heat. We still got the heat right now, and it's late. I'm on the East Coast. It's 11:15. I'm driving my mother nuts right now. We're gonna leave pretty soon, but I don't know. Who else we gotta go? Ryan, your overall. Did you give your overall?
3 out of 5. Joe and Marvel killed it as usual. They're the main event players. If we're going to talk wrestling, they get the opening act and they close out the show. And there's a reason why they do that. So, they made PulseCon like they do every year.
Right. Technically, G.I. Joe opened the show, but they had the hot match, the hot 6-man opening match, right? But they were great. Bobby, did you give your over? You gave your overall. KJ.
Look, man, nerd vibes all the way. I'm giving this the whole PulseCon. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. A lot of cheddar cheese left my pocket, man. I got some starting lineups, man. I got some Transformers, Power Rangers. I got my Joes. I got the MLs. I was like, I'm not getting any Andor figures. All right, give me all of the Andor figures. I got everything. God. So yeah, what they did, it worked. It worked. I was like, I'm just gonna get Serpentor, and that's it. No, it was Serpentor and all his multiversal friends. So 4 out of 5. It worked.
Wow. Okay, that's a big one. I'll go 3.5 with the majority of the group. More interestingly than just rating a convention, what do you think PulseCon lacks? I'll start with Ryan. What do you feel that it needs? Does it need anything? Do we need to do anything differently for next time?
I think give your bigger brands more time, cut back on the others. Make sure your guests, your celebrities actually have something to bring to the table. Sarge and Larry made sense, but interview some Marvel comic, writers. Do something.
Well, hold on. I was thinking about that. And I think what happened was last time they had Donnie Cates, but the problem is they had the whole thing and they had the writers, and it bored people that were just there for toys. Nothing again against these writers and artists. If you're into comic books, it's amazing. And I think they did a great job. Like I told PacPhotos about, having a splice of it and then giving you the whole thing. But I think they're reactionary, right? Oh, well, people are hating that we had a comic book artist. Let's get celebrities in there. Let's get a wrestler. Let's get a pro baller. It's that impulse move. And I think that's that was the process behind that, the thought process,
But if you get Robert Downey Jr. or something like that, that's a celebrity you want to bring in for the Marvel.
How can you get Robert? Let's be realistic.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's not Dancing with the Stars. Let's not do that. Just keep it toy focused then. And I'm good with that.
Well, I mean, but you would bring up a good point. I think Bobby wants to say it. You could probably bring in a Disney Plus actor who's not even Jonathan Majors level, right? But someone who's a character actor. I have a good one. How great would it have been to bring in the assistant best friend of She-Hulk? She's fun.
Ginger Gonzaga. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think she's a perfect guest. She's connected to the universe. Hey, if she don't know about toys, you give her an hour. She knows movie scripts. Take it from someone who does, right? She can learn some shit and be fun. I think but then she's also in the universe. It's Disney Plus. I don't know, Bobby.
Well, no, I mean, look, I know she's filming a movie right now, but look, Iman Vellani, Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
If you want to see a person geek the F out, she geeks out because she's loving this moment. You bring her out with, just show her, bring her out with her toy again. No one cares, but she would freak out. That'd be great. She has her own show. Hasbro and Marvel could have done that, or could do that in the future.
Yeah, Ms. Marvel would have been. She would have been perfect. That's even better. That's even better answer than I had.
Because like, look, she and you know she's young, so you've got that young audience to look at watching her. You've got the fans of the show because she killed it as Ms. Marvel. Like she was fantastic. The show was great. And you've got look, just do like a quick like little 2-minute like teaser. Put the interview on YouTube. The interviews I think we got last time would have been better as teasers. And like if you want to watch Taboo talk about Spirit, cool. Go to YouTube, watch the video, get likes get hits that way. But if you're gonna have those interviews, make them short, put them on YouTube, and then if you want to watch it, cool. If you don't, if you're gonna bitch for 2 minutes, you're gonna bitch about anything. That's just how it is.
Well, wait, isn't that? But that's what they did, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, but with G.I. Joe, that was great. But with Marvel, like if you want to like bring in Stegman, bring in Cates, great. But do 2 minutes, put the interview on YouTube, and then I would have watched Danny Cates and Stegman talk about Venom for like 5-10 minutes. That's cool. Like they're cool guys. I met them before. Put it on YouTube. I don't need to watch it with the toys.
Yep. I agree. I don't know, guys. I feel like we covered it all.
Yep.
Right? Are we good? We're good to go. We're good to go. Night now. 2 hours and 45 minutes. I think it's more than enough. All right, guys.
There's one that I wish. Oh, sorry. I wish for the Marvel Legends one. I do wish so the first PulseCon 2020 they used to showcase photos from Instagram users using hashtag Hasbro Toy Pick. I wish they would kind of lean a little bit more towards toy community photos again because that was pretty cool.
That's a great shout. That's a great shout. No, yeah, especially like they do lean on influencers a lot. The problem is they had them there and they were there. They were used to ask questions because they were like the journalist ones. Yeah. And but it would have been cool to have the actual toy reviewers, right? And they're like not a long segment, but like you said, like a clip like of something, right?
Yeah, or like the photos that the toy photographers would use sometimes because I know they did that for the first PulseCon.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yep. I don't know. Any more suggestions, anything else? But let's do social medias before we go. Pac, where can they find you? And I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't have a graphic.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. You can find me at Instagram at PacPhotos. Same thing with YouTube. And there was a resurgence of Vero again. You can find me there if you want. But I'm on all those platforms.
Yeah, PacPhotos on YouTube. Awesome reviews. What's his Rob Liefeld? Did you hear about that? He shared your stuff.
Yeah, he shared
your Deadpool.
My Deadpool stop motion like 2 years ago now. I was doing a stop motion of the guy who like skateboarded with the cranberry, and I had Deadpool with a cranberry stop motion. So
that's cool.
Yeah, no, that was great to see. How did that make you feel? Like, right? I mean,
I geeked out.
yeah. I mean, geez, but that was awesome. Yeah.
You can find me there, and also thank you again, guys, for having me on here. It was an honor.
Oh, dude, no, it was a pleasure. Flattered that you would consider it. So yeah, thanks for having us on. And special shout out always to Ryan, but hold on, Bobby and KJ were not even going to be on the show tonight, and all right, they came in, they brought it. I think this is the best show we've had together as a team. You know what I'm saying? It's the best show ever, Toy Kind of Moon. But with us three, I thought it was great. And Ryan is the rock that holds us all together. Dreadnought Ryan, thank you so much. Right. And where can they find Dreadnought Ryan? His logo is on the show. It is the Island of Misfit Toy Collectors, right?
Yes. Very opinionated, positive channel on fun toys and 80s properties. Just stop by, talk to my friends, just have fun. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
And of course, on a toy kind of mood on Terradrome. So love the channel, love my boys.
Yep. We love you too. We love Bobby, we love KJ, we love Ryan, and now we love PacPhotos. So I'm Travis Moody. We'll see you in the next PulseCon toy. Whatever. I'm not going to New York Comic Con, so I'll tell you that. I'm going home back to LA this week, and we'll be back business as usual. We're not sure what the next show will be, but we do have a Masters of the Universe special Masters of the Universe show, right, Bobby? We got to shout that out. Bobby will host. We had K-Wish. K-Wish was at a special Mattel event for the 40th anniversary of He-Man. So we got a lot. And then there was a massive amount of Masters of the Universe stuff that got released today. So if you love Masters, you love He-Man, you love She-Ra, it's going to be great. I'm excited as a fan just to sit back and watch. People talk about Mattel products. Is that I got that tie in, and then we'll have maybe some RumbleCon stuff with Fabio, and I don't know. Otherwise, we got lots of shows coming up. And thank you again for subscribing. 1,000 subs. We did it. And we probably took this channel seriously for a year. We've been going on a little longer, but we've kind of really hit the gear going. So I always say, how long have you been around? Well, we really gave a shit about a year. So 1,000 years pretty good. So cheat a little bit. But yeah, thanks again, guys. We appreciate it. For Toy Kind of Mood, we'll see you once again in the
Peace.
Oh, yeah, I got to hit that thing. I always forget.
Yeah, you do.